Hey, everybody. Thank back here again. Welcome to Wednesday, as the title says. Um, not much been going on this week other than I've been uh, working, watching TV, uh, planning on doing some work on my car sometime this week. I'm going to put a watt box in it, if anybody knows what that is. Hey, Rush. Welcome to the stream. How's everything going? So yeah, not much going on this week. Been pretty slow. Wednesday, halfway through the week, and I haven't got anything done on my car yet. But I did go out and find my watt box. I know where it is now, and now I've got it sitting on the hood of my car. Well, actually on the front bay of my car. I have the hood open. So I need to get some stuff before I can wire that in. I'm hoping the wires are going to be long enough since this one's been used and the wires were cut. So I may have to extend them. And if I do, it's easy enough to do. I plan on soldering everything anyway. What's up, Sublime?
What's up? What's up?
Oh, not much. Just, chilling out.
Yeah, I actually ate at a decent time today, and then 10 millimeter after dinner, and started to pass out on my couch.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ate when I got home because I didn't eat lunch today, and I unfortunately think the roast beef I ate may have been bad.
Yeah, my first meal then was probably at the same time yours was.
Yeah, it was around 4 o'clock or so.
I got some production done on the car today.
Oh, yeah? What did you get done?
I took all four wheels off and cleaned the barrels, cleaned all the calipers up really good. Went over the wheel wells of both of front and back. Like with the back ones, how they got that like carpet feel stuff back there, and it's got the like what look like almost like wire nuts.
Yeah,
in random places. So I made sure those were all tight. Cleaned up the front wheel wells, cleaned the wheels, front and back. What else? Found a couple rock chips on the wheels, touched those up with a paint marker. Touched up a couple spots on my white stripes where a rock did a little damage.
Ugh.
Actually came out really good though.
I hate rocks.
Yeah, so do I.
Are your stripes painted or are they vinyl?
They're vinyl, so it's basically one of those things where once they get bad enough to where I don't feel like touching them up anymore, I'll just have them replaced.
Yeah.
I mean, they were already replaced once when the bumper was replaced, so it's no big deal.
When my wife got hers replaced because her engine bay was getting so hot because of that bad turbo situation, they were stuck. They actually had to grind them off, basically.
Ooh, Eros.
They repainted it, so her hood got repainted too.
Nice.
Which, it looks okay now.
Eros said his weight reduction for the boss came in today, and what would that be, Eros?
The only weight reduction I can do for my car right now is to lose weight.
What's up, Bama?
Hey, Bama.
Bama bully.
Oh, is Bama a bully now too? Jeez.
Yeah. I guess we're all bullies in one way, some shape or fashion.
So basically the same thing as me. If I lose weight, that's weight reduction. Actually, I think, I'm going to be pulling my back seat out, but they're not super heavy. But what I'm putting in its place is probably weighs just as much. Is that the Watson 4-point?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it probably weighs just as much as what I'm taking out, but it's, it's more for safety than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the rear seat delete plus that probably going to actually add a little bit of weight, which not too big of a deal.
I would have liked to put a 2-point bar in the back behind the seat, something I can get a 4-harness seatbelt attached to. Yeah. But it's like I really just don't want to add that much weight. So, I mean, I thought maybe about doing that low bar that goes just along underneath the back of the seats for the seatbelts to attach to.
Yeah, I've never looked at the install for that, and first off, I need to go find where all the bolts and screws are that came with it. But I've never looked at the install. I don't know what all I have to do. I'm sure I have to drill things, which I don't look forward to doing. But
Oh, for the 4-point, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I gotcha.
162 pounds. Wow, I wish that's 100 pounds less than me.
Take it. That's what I would kill to be at, is 162 pounds.
I would be dead to be at 162 pounds.
I fucking get back to my Bruce Lee body that I had when I was on roofs.
Oh man, last time I was 162 was when I just got out of basic training. I was around 160. Yeah, I was pretty lean.
Dude, in my prime years of working on roofing, I weighed $130 every year.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
$130 of nothing but freaking muscle, dude. There was no fat whatsoever. My
tall are
body
you?
fat was non-existent.
How tall are you?
I was probably 6 foot tall at the time, probably no shorter than 5'11", because that's what I am now.
Okay, yeah, and I was 6'2". Now I'm like 6, a little over 6.
Yeah.
Amazing
And
how
the
much.
bad thing is, dude, is it really wouldn't take that much to get back to where I was. You know what I mean? All I have to do is, like, I was maybe drink a little less pop and freaking go start working out. You know what I mean?
I don't drink soda at all.
Oh, I do. I have to, dude. I have to have Pepsi with my meal.
Yeah, I don't drink. Hey, stupid fast. What's up? So I don't drink soda. I drink. This is what I drink most of the time. Right here, water.
Yeah,
Most
same
of the
here.
time, I drink that. If I'm not drinking that, I'm drinking coffee or alcohol. The problem I got to do, and so I have like no beer in the house. There's maybe a 12-pack of Miller Lights out in the fridge in the garage. And I'm on like the last bottle of whiskey I have, and I have a bottle of vodka to finish off. Once those are done, I'm not buying anymore for a while. I'm gonna go sober for a little while and see if that helps any. For one, I need to get my A1C down, but I'm not going to waste the alcohol, so I'm going to drink it all.
It's easier said than done, Bama.
I don't drink a lot of, or I don't eat a lot of junk food either. I mean, every now and then I'll have like a donut or somebody buys some at work. Like last night, I had a candy bar that my wife bought for me. It was very nice of her because I had mentioned a couple days before I wanted candy. But dark chocolate and anything goes well with a good whiskey or bourbon or a scotch, especially.
What's up, super fast? I don't know if I said what's up.
Yeah, so it wasn't that good because that's fake dark chocolate, I believe.
Dude, cat. Yeah.
Well, my cats are not here, which is surprising because the dogs are in the room. So I have coffee in the morning. It is black. I used to drink it with cream, not sugar though. But I used to drink it with the flavored creamers. Then I switched over when I was doing keto, and I got really into using the heavy whipped cream or the heavy, the heavy cream. And then I started using too much of it, and I finally just cut it out and just went back to drinking it black like I did before. And I like the taste of coffee, so it's not really that much of a problem. It's that first step when it's still hot but drinkable. That's just so good in the morning.
I'm kind of like stupid fast. If I drink coffee, it's got to have cream and sugar and a good amount of both.
Yeah, well, I used to be the same way.
But I don't drink.
I've gone back and forth, but right now it's just plain black, and that's basically. I mean, every now and then I'll put some whiskey and cream in it, but that's on the weekends. That's been months. So, yeah, I need to start eating less. Maybe exercise. Maybe, I don't know. That seems hard because I hurt so much because I've got so much damage done to me that I can't run. I can walk, but not a lot. If I walk too much, the next day I don't generally do anything.
Why? Like muscles being sore?
No, my back.
Oh, okay.
My lower back. It's it's so tweaked out now. Like I spent that day at the track on Saturday, and I was standing most of the day. The next day on Sunday, I had to force myself to get out there and get the stuff out of the trailer and be able to do anything, and it took me until the afternoon.
Yeah, dude, just from freaking taking all 4 of my wheels off today and cleaning them up and stuff and doing the other stuff I did with the car, freaking my leg muscles were feeling it.
Oh, my leg muscles cramp up all the time. I've got no strength left in them like I used to.
See, they didn't cramp. They never cramp at all. One thing I've really been good is the only thing that's ever cramped up me is my toes. And every now and then when I'm punching, going wide open throttle on a vehicle, because I'm pushing the gas so hard, my toes will cramp up.
Yeah, so I have leg, foot, toe, top of the foot, any muscle, even the shin. You know, the front of the shin. I've actually had that area right there, that little muscle on the one side, on the outside. I've had that one cramp up. And it's all due to my nerves and being pinched.
Yeah,
it causes it, and it's like I can't. There's certain things I can't do, like stretch in the morning. I used to love to like stretch out before I got up out of bed. If I do that now, I'm cramping up. I'm going into a solid cramp.
Barbecue Mike, what's going on, buddy?
Mike Hall. Did you get that butt smoked up for that pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said he was going to when he got home yesterday.
Said he was going to smoke some ass, huh?
Yep. I'm surprised there ain't nobody else in here on the panel yet.
How deep are we in here?
Yeah, it shows only 6 people anyway, live viewers.
And you've only been live for 11 minutes, so it hasn't been that long.
That's true. I did start going on later too, like I think last week or week before.
Gary will pop in, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Especially if we start talking some trash about him.
Corned beef and cabbage. I finished off my corned beef yesterday by chopping it up with some of the potatoes and frying it, and cooked a couple eggs up with it. It's pretty good.
Oh God, corned beef and cabbage, I cannot do.
I love it.
No.
Cabbage.
The cabbage, well, dude, I probably pretty much guarantee that if I swallow a piece of cabbage, I will be throwing up within 30 seconds.
Oh, really?
There's just something about cabbage.
I can eat it raw. I can eat it cooked, but I don't like it to be overcooked. And my wife did really well this time with not overcooking it. And I had some that was still semi-crunchy, and so good.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah. If I hear Michael, most of the time it reminds me of Knight Rider and Ket.
I thought you were going to say it reminds me of me.
No. Most people don't call me Michael.
Yeah.
So I get called Mike more often than any.
Yeah.
I'm actually really used to being called Pink or Pinky for many years. Michael is, weird. I mean, I'm actually almost more used to hearing people call me by my first name now than by Michael.
It's the real cornbread, Bama, that Jiffy. Good stuff.
Oh, no. Hey, Mike one. Oh, poontang is his weakness. I just saw that. I'm slow.
Wait, just saw what?
Oh, what?
I didn't even see Gary. He snuck up in here. What's up, Gary? Poontang is my weakness. So what are you saying there, Gary? You freaking, you're like Mickey and freaking Rocky. The women weaken legs.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie. Been watching a bunch of trailers lately, but it's popping up because I watched 1 or 2 trailers on YouTube. It's starting to pop up a bunch, but some of them are like 4 years old.
Wow.
But they're movies I still haven't seen and had no idea, know nothing about, that were on Netflix. But it's been so long, they're no longer on Netflix, and they were Netflix movies. So, but yeah, I get a lot of trailers now because I watched 1 or 2. And
Jake, go lay down. Boy, go lay down.
Talking to your dog?
Yeah. He's looking at me like he wants me to give him something other than what he's supposed to eat.
Yeah, my dogs are in the room with mom.
I'm not even eating anything.
Yeah. Well, we finally found a food, at least for now, so far 3 days that Blue will eat. She stopped eating for like 2 days because she didn't like her food. Luckily, this food's cheaper, but I
Oh,
hate having picky dogs.
oh, oh, see, that's the thing that sucks. It's like when I eat my first meal of the day and it's already 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
Then I got to freaking. Now I already find myself wanting a bowl of cereal.
oh, I don't have any cereal.
Oh, yeah, I got.
Cereal would hit just right about now. So
See, the question is, do I
I'm a
go?
little hungry, so I grabbed some of these crackers.
Do I go healthy with regular Cheerios, or do I go for the Cocoa Puffs?
See, that would be a hard one for me because I actually think I like Cheerios better than Cocoa Puffs.
I know.
I like their flavor, and I don't add sugar because they already have a lot of it added, even though they're not supposed to.
You talking about the Cheerios?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, which one do we do? Maybe I should mix them. Put
Check out
4
the
Cheerios
carbohydrate.
on one half of the bowl, Cocoa Puffs on the other.
We'll just have some of each. I used to have to do that a lot when I was younger, is mix cereals when there wasn't enough of one to make a full bowl because somebody put away not enough. Oh, look who's here.
Hey, what's happening now?
What's up, Carmel?
Chilling, buddy, back at work on night shift.
Yep. It must be Wednesday.
Really enjoyed my 7 days off, let me tell you. It was real nice.
I would love
Other
that.
than that butt pucker moment from yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
other than the fact of that.
Yeah.
It happens. I've had it happen to me before, too.
I'm sure Sublime's told everybody already, so.
No, I actually didn't. I did not. Other than the people that heard about it when you mentioned it in somebody else's stream, I did not mention it to anybody.
I didn't tell anybody what happened in the stream. I just said that I lost control of the car yesterday. And then I called you.
Well, yeah.
And I called Gary. And then I did not go back into Brailsford's stream, I don't think. Or I went back in for a few minutes and said something and then was gone.
Yeah, when I came back into the stream, or somebody else's stream, they grilled me
Nothing
for it.
happened with the Shelby, Eros.
Say what?
Eros is asking what happened with the Shelby. I'm like, nothing happened with it. He just had one of those oh shit moments.
Yeah, I lost control of it yesterday when I wasn't even messing around, which kind of caught me off guard.
So what happened with me last time? I lost control of mine.
Like if I'm going to floor the car, I'm ready for anything stupid to happen, okay? But when I'm driving it normal and I just press the accelerator down a little bit just to like merge in with traffic and then the whole back end steps out on me, I'm fucking about shit myself.
I'm still thinking you hit oil.
I either hit ice or something because I've never, ever, because like I said, all right, here's what happened, all right? I was merging onto the freeway yesterday, right? And I was doing about 68 miles an hour, and the lane that I was going to merge into had a semi-truck. Now, he wasn't like right on my bumper or nothing, but he was pretty close. We'll say maybe a car length or so behind me. And he's slowing down a little bit because he sees me and this other SUV in front of me getting ready to merge onto the freeway. So we're almost to the end of the friggin' on-ramp because the guy in front of me is going slow as shit and won't get over. So I look over and I'm like, well, I can get in front of the semi and I can get next to the semi because there's 3 lanes, right? I'm like, I can get in the middle lane. So I go to slowly roll into the throttle. And I didn't even get close to half throttle, man. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the whole car kicked completely sideways on me. Not even like kicked out a little bit. It went completely sideways on me. And I took my foot off the gas and I freaking steered out of it. And the car didn't overcorrect or nothing like that. But I about shit myself because I'm like, I wasn't even doing anything stupid. Like, if I would have floored it, I would have expected something like that to happen. All right? But no, and the car had stability control on and traction control on, and it still went completely sideways. So I was like, what the hell? Was the ground really that cold to where I couldn't even like moderately like accelerate?
Yeah. Ground probably was that cold. It's still cold up there, isn't it?
It was 38 degrees yesterday morning.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
But like I said, I wasn't even getting on it, you know?
Did the big rig have to slam on his brakes or anything to avoid hitting you?
Bro, I wasn't looking at what he was doing. I was too busy trying to get the car back under control.
Oh, all right.
Hey, Fat Boy Fox.
It was one of those things where he didn't hit the back of the car, and I called it good.
Yeah. Huh.
Up, Fat Boy.
That's a butt pucker moment for sure there. I was lucky when it happened to me. I didn't have any cars around.
Right? And then later on the day, it was like 55 degrees, and then I did start beating on it, and it did pretty good. It did pretty good. I'm not going to say it wouldn't spin the tires, but I mean, you know, in second gear, I could get it to hook at the top of second, and I was like, all right, this is fun.
You got summer tires on though, don't you?
Yeah, it's got the Michelin, I think, 4S's or whatever.
Yeah, anything below, really, they say 40, but I say anything below 45, 50.
Yeah,
Those
anything
things-
below 55.
Those things stiffen up really bad.
Oh, yeah. You know,
Yeah.
once it gets above 50 degrees, they aren't too bad, but yeah, no doubt. Below 50, you got to really be on your best behavior.
Oh yeah, and they can slide for no reason at all. I was on a track one time, and it got a little colder than we had expected, and we all just had to pull off the track because nobody's tires were sticking to the road at all.
I can tell you what, Eros, I can tell you one thing. If I would have totaled the Shelby, the last thing I would have ran out and done is bought a friggin' EV. I can tell you that right now. If that car would have got totaled, I would have been putting all my eggs in one basket, and that would have been We Become a GTR channel.
His tires aren't that old. I'm pretty sure
brand new. They're brand new. What
Yeah,
they were put on? They were put on at Ford Takeover last year.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they don't even have 1 year of use on them.
Yeah.
They may have 5,000 miles on them. Them tires are by far in no means bad condition.
No, I remember when those got put on.
That's why we did the big massive smoky burnout at Ford Takeover, because we knew we were getting brand new tires the next day.
Oh, I made an executive decision. We went with the Cocoa Puffs.
Okay. Because you wanted chocolate milk, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I went with the Chick-fil-A tonight.
Chick-fil-A.
So I had fajitas for dinner. This is just the after dinner thing.
I'm a whore for Chick-fil-A when I'm at work, dude.
I had a sandwich that I made myself, but I didn't have any tomato, lettuce, any of that. It was like crap. The lettuce was bad. The tomatoes were bad. I just didn't even think to check them before I decided that's what I was having for dinner tonight. And now I think even the roast beef might have been bad. My stomach's telling me I ate something that wasn't good. But
oh, my stomach's been telling me I've been eating real good, man.
oh well, I've been eating real good.
My plumbing works real nice.
But,
Mine works a little too good. Mine works a little too good.
Oh shit! Now I go check the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Definitely
yeah,
a
man.
lot of.
Other than the little oopsie yesterday morning, it felt so good to drive the Shelby yesterday. Oh my God, it was so cool. I was cruising down Woodward Avenue, heading back home, and there was a guy in a blue SS Camaro, a guy in a C8 Corvette, and myself cruising down Woodward together. And we're just riding all together, just behaving ourselves, doing the speed limit.
Wow, that's beautiful. Stupid
Well,
fast. That's a beautiful. That is a beautiful looking exhaust. If remember how to do this. Oh, it's so much work to remember how to do this.
That'd be sweet, Eros. That would be sweet. Yeah, it's probably that and Culver's are my two favorite fast food places. Only time I ever go to McDonald's is if it's for breakfast. I don't get a burger from there anymore.
The only problem I have with Chick-fil-A is they don't open on Sundays.
Oh.
And that's the one day that I really want it to.
Right?
Oh, on Sundays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Salty! It's a salty kind of day.
There, but I prefer them at other places.
So how long have you been here, Matt? Did you just hop right onto the panel, or were you in the bushes for a little bit?
I was in the bushes for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You hear me say about me getting the wheels cleaned on the barrels today?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I took all 4 wheels off, cleaned the barrels out, rolled the drums of the wheels.
Nice.
Made everything sure everything was good on the inner wheel wells. The wire cap nuts that I told you about in the rear wheel wells. Make sure all those are nice and tight.
Right.
And then cleaned the front of the wheels really good.
Yeah, yesterday, man, I friggin' gave the Shelby a quick detail. I cleaned the wheels the first time, and friggin' since it was in Florida, and got a chance to drive it yesterday. It felt really good. And then, like I said, when I got it back to my side of town, I friggin' jumped on it a few times on M59.
Yeah, my car is not getting out on the road until I get the front end lifted back up again.
I do not know why, but the sky here at the power plant is red. Confused. I don't get it.
The blood moon, brother.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Got some red lights reflecting off.
I'd love to get the picture of my car with the, I don't know what it's called, the Aurora Borealis, or that green shit that's in the background that flies in the sky, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You mean Northern Lights?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Gary?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Mr. Carbob?
Good to see you, man.
Another beautiful day in the neighborhood, sir. How are you tonight?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Working the good old-fashioned night shift.
Oh, you love the night shift, though.
Oh, I used to love night shift when I had night shift.
I hate
so
the
much
night
better
shift.
than day shift.
Yeah, I'd work nights the rest of my career if they'd let me.
But that was back when I worked at a swing where we had to switch shifts. I hated that. I'd rather be there at night.
No doubt.
Night shift is a real pros cons type of situation. You know what I mean? A lot of pros, some cons.
Yeah.
Salty
No, I don't
walking
really
the
do
dog.
nights anymore. I'm all about being awake during the day.
Hey, did Salty ever get moved?
No. No, he is not.
I thought he was supposed to get moved. I thought the movers were supposed to move him.
I thought he was supposed to get moved like a year ago.
That was the first time.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Sure, but man, I'm telling you what, these people, man, phew. If you want to ever become a union rep, don't.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You ever become a union rep? Don't.
Oh no, I was in a union. I'd never want to be my rep. I've been in 3 unions. So
What I've learned, all right, is that if you come to work every single day and you've never been written up, don't ever be late because you'll get written up. But if you're late every single day and cause all kinds of bull crap, they'll never write you up.
yeah,
Nope.
I always hated that. Because I was always on time.
It's going to be Swiss cheese, Bama.
Yeah.
Things gonna come back looking like some Swiss cheese.
Whew, Bama, I don't know, man.
Ooh,
Yeah, I got you, Salty.
that was a healthy one.
Yummy.
Ooh,
Look,
the backup. Wow.
Big Salty. What's up, buddy?
Out walking the damn furry creature. Come on, girl.
Looks like
Salty, I thought you were supposed to get moved.
I thought we were too. We might get moved one of these motherfucking years.
Man, oh man.
I'm tired. I'm tired of living out of plastic totes.
You
Yeah.
better start raising some cane, man. I know you
Man, it was my own fault, because when I had to postpone it and all that kind of shit, they just put other people in front of me. What can you do? I could probably go hire a different mover to come over and move me like real quick, but damn, they want $500-600 more, and I'm a cheap ass.
Yeah.
You got any boats in them totes?
I still have a bunch of stuff in totes from my move, and that was over a year ago.
Yeah, my whole damn house is in a tote. Everything, clothes, damn everything, bathroom shit, kitchen stuff. I mean, the whole damn house is in a tote.
Tote.
Nice, stupid fast. So you work in an office in cubicles, I guess, and you did you get the memo about the TPS report? Yeah.
Lumberg.
I'm gonna get that memo again, okay? Yeah. I'm gonna need
Say
you
what?
to come
Where?
in
How stupid
Saturday.
fast?
Well, some bad shit happened down here close to my house today.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all might have seen it on the news. It was all over at least our local news anyway.
What's that?
A damn front end loader. You know that front end loader you got out there at your junkyard?
Yeah.
One of them ran over a damn pedestrian today at the IAA and flattened her ass and killed her.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yep.
How in the hell? Those things ain't that fast.
And not
Well,
that quiet
They aren't
either.
that fast.
Well, the thing of it is, as soon as I start talking, the fucking ambulance, go kiss my ass. But anyway, but these things, I don't know what size it is, but these things are a hell of a lot bigger than yours. These things are like those Volvo ones. I don't know what the numbers. I know there's a number
They're
associated.
even slower if they're bigger.
Yeah, but the thing about it
Slower
was,
if they're bigger.
well, no, see, they don't have these governor down to 12 miles an hour. Come to find out, this company is the company my brother works for. It was happened to Insurance Auto Auction.
They do like 30 miles an hour.
How in the
Yeah.
hell did she not see this thing coming?
Yeah,
Well,
no
the thing
kidding.
about it was evidently, you know how that works. The car got totaled out, insurance company, it goes there. Well, they set the loader set the car outside the gate so the lady could get her personal belongings out of the car.
That's normal.
So the junkyard knew that the car was sitting in that spot, and they knew that a pedestrian would be sitting there, getting her stuff out of the vehicle. Well, the gate that goes from the parking lot to the yard was like right there where they put the car at. So he was coming through the gate out from the yard out to the parking lot, had a car on the forks, didn't see her or whatever, and run her ass flat, just flattened her like a damn, just smushed her.
But I was kind of seeing it like the Austin Powers thing, where he's like, "Go, get out of the way."
Well, I
Move."
mean, but according to what my brother says, OSHA and whatever, there's another company that come in and walked straight in the office and told the manager or the plant manager or whatever, shut the place down and I want everybody off the property in 15 minutes.
That's because they
No
can't
shit.
have anybody
Yeah.
there. Dude.
Yeah. They said, I want you to shut it down, and I want everybody, employees, customers, I want everybody off the property in 15
Everybody
minutes.
gets the stebbing.
And then my brother said all the news helicopters were flying over top of the place. Anything like that happens, all the news stations going to be all over the place.
Oh yeah, they need that story.
So my brother's like, Keith, I know a lot about it. He goes, but I'm not allowed to tell you because there's going to be a lot of bullshit that goes on with this. He goes, but the whole incident was caught on camera.
Oh,
So they're not releasing any information of whose fault it was or whatever. So I guess it'll all come out soon, I
I'm
guess.
gonna have to say, no matter what, it was the driver's fault. It was the driver. If he doesn't have a spotter, he's should have a spotter for one.
None of those Lyft drivers got a spotter.
Doesn't
Hinks.
okay, but the law states
They don't
they're
have spotters.
supposed to.
Not all law state that. All states.
No. They don't have to have spotters.
I thought that was a national OSHA.
No.
No.
Yeah, well, it's going to be in that state here.
Common sense. They should have a spotter.
They should, and they should.
But
be
these
paying
companies
attention
ain't
to what
got
they're
no
doing.
common sense because they don't want to pay the extra money for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, come to find out, I will tell you this. I didn't know this, but IAA around the country has got 290 something yards or locations all around the country.
Oh, really?
They've only got 2 people that is in control of safety.
I think we got 3 or 4 of them here in Michigan.
Yeah, but they just got bought out by another company.
So this is the thing. Anytime that you got to call OSHA or anything like that, and stuff like that, they shut everything down because a guy crawled into one of our machines that pressed the liners down into the block. And when he crawled on there, he hit the button and that thing got his head and his eyeballs, everything popped out.
Oh my God.
Dude, they shut the whole plant down. And the company's like, well, there's no reason we should shut the assembly down because this is a mile away from assembly. And the guy in the OSHA told him, I don't give a shit if it's 2 miles away. Get everybody out of this plant now. And don't.
That's right, exactly. You don't argue with OSHA because you can't win.
No.
You can't win.
You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot win against OSHA, dude. I'm telling you, OSHA rules all businesses.
And the
If
guy,
you fuck
and
up,
one
they
of the
gonna
guys
get your
that
ass.
did it,
They gonna
one of
have
the
your
guys
ass.
that seen it happen,
OSHA's a sack of shit.
the guy that seen it happen, he has never been back to work. He fucking
Well, according as little as I'm allowed to tell you, I'll just put it this way: they did not arrest the operator.
Well, charges can always be pending.
Well, I'm just saying they didn't arrest him.
Hey, it's right on. It's right. Yeah, it's.
But they say this one operator. They say this guy.
Salvage yard in Clayton County. Investigators say she was likely trying to get some.
There it is. You watching it right there on the news.
Channel 2's Tom Regan is live where it happened, and Tom, police say that Fort
Oh,
Clinton
damn.
didn't see the woman as he was going through the gate.
Yeah, and Karen, I just got off the phone with the Lake City Police Chief. He told me that nothing ever has happened like this here at the site.
Yeah.
He said that the forklift operator-
Yeah, no, it's right there. It's on the news.
Wow.
Yeah.
Channel 2.
No charges if you live in Chicago.
Well, you got to look at it. I mean, you look at how big those damn machines are, and then when they got a car in front of them on the forks, dude, you literally you can't see a damn thing because you don't know what kind of car he was carrying. Whether he's carrying a dually, a SUV, or you don't know.
And another thing is, those guys, they fly through those yards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they do. They haul, especially through Insurance Auto Auction and damn, what's that other one? The big one, the other big one, Copart. Dude, they move so many damn cars per day. Them guys are flying, dude.
I know that when I was at my old junkyard I used to go to, if they were running that machine out there, they made everybody get off the lot. If it was running out in the yard, everybody had to leave the yard.
But
Well,
IAA used to be TechCore.
Yeah, if you look how big, if you see it on camera, you look at the helicopter picture down, that is a huge, huge facility. I mean, that place is a lot of acreage.
It's
There's
not-
like,
No, hey, listen, those places, every single one of them are like that.
yeah,
I
them
mean,
places are monstrous.
Yes.
Bill, my brother told me, he said, because that used to be the store or the branch that he used to have to go to every day. He used to have an office set up in there before the pandemic and all that shit hit, and they made them all start working from home. He said any given time, there's 10,000 cars on that yard. Any given time.
Hey, if not more.
Yeah, if not more.
That's
Because they
a
deal
lot
with
of damn
all
cars, man.
they deal with all the big insurance companies, Allstate, State Farm, Geico. You mean tell me they deal with all those companies.
When we operated every day, and remember we had 2 yards, but when we was operating full time, they used to call us to come clean the burnt cars out of there. They would give them to us because they didn't want to fool with them. Cars that were completely burnt.
Yep.
We'd drag those cars in there into the yard. I would grab all the wires out of those things and fill up a 55-gallon drum. Take it.
Yeah, set them on fire, burn all the insulation off of them, and save the copper. Turn it in.
Yep.
I used to have to do that shit all the time with my dad because he's an electrician. Man, he used to go clean off back of my trucks out there and start burning all that wire, strip them down. I'm like, okay, Daddy, you'd be nasty as black as soot all day long.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, though, every single one of those yards are huge. Boss man.
You know, my brother told me the guy that was driving the loader said he is one of the nicest people you could ever possibly meet. He's single. He lives by himself. He don't bother nobody. He stays to himself. He always does his job perfectly. He don't speed going through the yards or none of that shit. He goes,
even if he doesn't get in trouble for this, he's gonna remember it, and it's gonna haunt him. Accidents happen.
So what happens is that the insurance company that they use for their insurance is going to get sued, and so IAA is probably going to end up getting another insurance company.
What makes it so bad, Gary, is they just finalized the sale of IAA the 1st of this month. So now the new owners has got a fatality on their hands.
Who bought it up?
Something Brothers. Parker Brothers or something Brothers or something like that. My brother was telling me today. But they bought IAA. So
yeah, like I said, it was TechCore, then it went to ProTech, and now it's IAA. Now
Ritchie Brothers.
Whatever.
yeah, I know that. I know they dropped a hell of a lot of money, like way up in the billions of dollars to buy IAA.
Yeah, it was Ritchie Brothers.
Yeah,
I know Ritchie Brothers.
So Stupid Fast Truck says, was the victim a customer or a worker?
She was not even a customer. What happened? Oh, I'm assuming, I guess you could call her a customer. Her car got totaled and she had personal belongings in her car, and they set the car outside of the fence. So, because customers or people are not allowed to be on the yard. So they set the car outside the fence so she can get her personal belongings out of the car.
Okay.
So that's all I know.
So
Well, I know more. I just can't. I know more. I just can't say.
Boss man wants to know what happened.
Somebody got flattened like a pancake. How bad as I hate to say it like that.
Over by a loader.
When I tell you how big these tires on these things, I'm only 5'6", and I can't see the top of them. These tires are huge.
Top over a car tire.
Well, you ain't lying about that, but you're outside the point. Well, I tell you some good news today. I sold my white truck.
Really?
Oh shit!
The guy will be here Friday to bring me the money.
You're walking now.
He gave me a deposit today, so.
You're walking now.
No, I think I'm fixing to make another mistake.
Which kind of mistake?
Another Chevrolet mistake. Is somebody breathing really hard in the microphone or something? What the hell's going on?
Not me.
I mean,
But I think I'm
my
fixing.
garage.
I think I'm fixing to make another Chevrolet mistake.
yeah.
Oh, what's that?
It's one of those deals that's too good to pass up.
Are we talking a truck, a car?
A truck. It's a 05 Chevrolet, but it's either 04 or 05, and it's a single cab, short wheelbase. It's only got a 4.3 V6 Vortec in it, so it ain't like nothing's gonna set the world on fire.
I drive that damn Ranger.
Oh, the Ranger ain't going nowhere, buddy. I'm keeping the Ranger. What are you talking about? I'm gonna drive that bastard every day.
I wouldn't buy another Chevy. I'd drive that Ranger.
I know, but I don't know. This damn Chevrolet is clean as hell, Gary. I'm talking about this thing is clean.
Oh, quit making up excuses not to drive.
Wait till I get the truck. If I get it, I'll show you. I'll walk you around the truck, show you the truck. It's clean as hell, dude. I mean, literally, it's clean.
Just quit making excuses to drive the Ranger.
Oh, the Ranger's definitely gonna be driven because I've been online today trying to find somebody who's got parts for that damn thing. I'm gonna tell you what, I didn't think it would be hard to find parts. Dude, that damn truck's hard as hell to find parts for.
Well, Boss said we had a driver last week pull a trailer off the warehouse floor with the forklift guy driving out of the back of. Holy shit!
Dude, I have seen that shit when I used to make my deliveries back and forth to the farmer's market. I used to see that shit. I used to see drivers not set their air brakes and parking brakes on their tractor and trailer and the damn forklift would drive in the back of the truck, and the damn truck and him and the forklift and everything take off across the parking lot.
Oh,
I've seen that shit. I've seen that shit.
Oh, shit.
Boss man said, I can't wait to race the Ranger with my Chevy Chevette. I'm going to gap that Ranger.
Chevy Chevette. Now, I actually might have a chance against the Chevette. Might. Now, that's just a might.
I got a buddy at work that's got a Chevette.
Dude, I love the old two-door Chevettes. You know, them are the cars I used to hate, but now that I'm older, I absolutely love them because they're just too stupid not to like.
I feel that way about a lot of cars now.
Yeah, I know, right? Nah, but like I said, I'm having a hard time finding parts for that Ranger, man. I just didn't think it would be that hard to find parts for the damn thing. Good God. I mean, you go to LMC's website and the part you need, out of stock and not sure when it'll be back in stock. I'm like, well,
I love
damn.
when you watch drag racing on the internet and you see these guys that have like all these old 70s cars that are ugly as sin, and they all got like twin turbo LSs in them.
Yeah.
Big blocks in them. They're friggin' flying down the track. I'm just like, that thing had like 150 horsepower friggin' V8 in it back in the day.
Yeah, now it's got like a 2,000 horsepower crazy dumbass LS or big block
I
Chevrolet
know,
or something in
right?
it.
I love it, dude. I love it. All
But
the
now
wagons that come out there and shit.
Dude, the
It's
wagons are
great.
cool as hell, man. I love the wagons. When I see
Right?
one of those racing, I just like, yeah, boy, I love wagons. Always
Miss
have.
Carol, hello.
Hey, Mr.
But
Carroll.
now I see why a lot of these S10s and Rangers and shit don't have any front ends on them. Hell, you can't find parts for them to put a front end on.
I don't
Hey,
know,
guys,
but
I'll be
some
back
finds
in a-
parts
I'll be
it
back
is
in a
all
few
the time.
minutes. I'll be back in a few minutes. I got some stuff I got to take care of right quick.
All right.
So Gary said he's got some Rangers up on his property. Hell, on his junkyard, I might be buying a whole bunch of used parts from Gary
What's up, Jimmy?
because I need a right front fender. I need that damn. They call it a rock guard. It goes between the bumper and the grill. It's a little piece of thin piece of
You
metal.
don't need
Sheet
that.
metal goes right there. Bullshit.
for
If I
looks.
do, no man, I ain't gonna put together no junk. I'll put something together. I want it to look decent.
If you're making it for racing,
I ain't. No, this is the truck I'm gonna drive every day. This one's got the V6 in it. This is gonna be my little tool around truck.
Is it a
Salty
Red
Bam
Ranger?
asked you a question.
Well, what he asked me because my phone's in my pocket and I ain't looking at it.
Is the 90 Ford Rangers some same parts?
Some, but they changed the body style.
What year is it?
Mine's an 88.
Oh, yeah.
And 89, I think, is when they changed the front clip on them.
You're
'Cause
gonna find so my son's got a 90s model, so he finds parts real easy. The 80s models are hard, really hard to find parts for.
Yeah, see, both of mine are 80s. My burgundy one, or maroon one, basically, is 85, but it don't need anything. It's fine. It's not beat up. It don't need any parts. But the 88, the red one I showed y'all I just bought, that's the one I need parts for because it needs a right front fender, and evidently I'm gonna need a tailgate for it because that son bitch beat all the hell, and I ain't gonna run that. So I found another tailgate though. LMC's got a tailgate.
That's good.
Yeah, but I'll tell you one thing, they sure are proud of their carpet kits for that little bitty truck. Holy shit.
Yeah, they are.
Fucking $170 and that damn carpet kit barely would fit in the damn trunk of y'all's S550s. I'm like, God damn, $170 for a carpet kit for that little damn thing?
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then-
the 88s and earlier got sucked up by cash for clunkers, that's for sure.
Yeah. And then when you go to buy the tailgate, you go buy the tailgate, like the tailgates on that truck now is stuck. I can't get it. I don't know if one of the latches are locked and you can't. I guess I'm going to get over the damn pry bar and try to pop the latch or something, see if I can get it opened. But so I ain't going to use none of that hardware. But they say the tailgate is bone naked. So then you got to buy all the shit that goes in the tailgate, the latches on both sides, the handle, and they proud of all that shit. Once you start adding it all up, I'm like, God damn, dude, come on.
Dancing Alone with Rentals. I don't recognize the name.
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's good.
Oh, I just don't recognize the name.
Yeah, no, I've seen him many times.
No.
Yeah, cash for clunkers definitely messed up the used car market. There's no doubt.
Oh,
about
you
that.
ain't lying. It took a lot of good old cars out
You ain't lying.
of circulation for good.
You know, my father-in-law had a dealership at that time. And, man, they brought in some really nice cars, man. some really nice cars.
Yeah, I remember hearing stories too. People bringing in freaking cars that had no business being crushed.
Didn't they have to crush every one of them though?
And they had to blow up the engine in every one of them too.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I think Gary said something about him and his daddy used to buy a lot of those cars. So I'll ask Gary when he gets back on the panel.
Yeah, they had to blow the engine. They had to seize the engine up, and they had to crush them. And you couldn't be put on a friggin' junkyard for parts. Like, that had to be disposed of.
See, that's was such a waste.
I know.
But that's just wrong. You know, it's just wrong. You know how many
But that
people
was-
could have used the parts off of those vehicles?
But that was Obama's way of forcing the new cars down people's throats, man.
Yeah.
Here, I'm doing you a huge favor. You bring me any car, and I'll give you this much money for it if you buy a brand new car today. And people were like, ooh.
Yeah. Then they get involved in a loan where they can't pay the fucking shit back.
Exactly.
But you can blame you can't blame that on Obama. That was Clinton's doing because he signed that fucking bank deal back in the fucking early 2000s. He's the one that fucked us on that deal.
Yeah.
He signed that damn. I can't remember what the law was, but he signed a damn deal with the bank, telling the bank to give all these people these damn loans, and they go buy
They
cars
did
and
that
houses and
stupid
shit.
arm loan bullshit.
Yeah, all these people getting all these houses and cars. They know they could not afford to damn make payments on. All that shit got repoed. That was Clinton's bullshit that did that.
You know, I hate. We've had a bad string of presidents. That's for damn sure.
And then when we get a good one, the friggin' media and the FBI go out of their way to slander him.
But even when we had, and I know I'm probably gonna ruffle some feathers when I say, shut up. Don't nobody want to hear that barking. Shut up. But I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers when I say this. But Bush, he was a fucking shithole president. I didn't like him at all.
I'm going to agree with you. You're talking Bush.
I'm talking about the son. Yeah, Bush Jr. He wasn't worth shit.
W.
He wasn't worth shit.
He wasn't. He was not. He was not. Yeah.
His daddy, on the other hand, I don't know why he didn't win his reelection because I thought his daddy done a pretty damn good job. Well, at least good enough for what he was coming into. Let's just put it that way.
I think it was stacked. The deck was stacked against him.
Yeah.
Oh, I 100% agree with that.
Now that I know what's going on, shit, no doubt.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was that young, politics did not cross my radar. I was worried about women, cars, and smoking dope.
Well, I
and
was in
working.
elementary school when his ass was
Well,
president.
hell, the only thing you was worried about was fucking building blocks.
That's it. Learning my ABCs, brother.
Don't forget the Legos.
That's right.
Me and Sublime was getting high when you were still sitting in your diaper.
Pretty much. You guys are what, like 10 years older than me?
I'm 53. So.
Yeah, I'll be friggin' 45 in May.
Oh yeah, we only got you about 8-9 years, something like that.
I'm only 7, 8 years.
Thanks, man. He said he had to go take care of something. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't have been mind being born later in my life. Now looking back, but I wouldn't trade growing up in the 70s and living the awesome 80s for anything in the world because the 80s was fucking awesome, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I missed the 80s, man. I know I wasn't that old. I was, in elementary school and stuff. But, dude, from the 80s and 90s were the shit.
I think Gary posted something today on Facebook that I agreed with, talking about being able to go to the airport and, using scopes to look at the planes and stuff, something you couldn't do. And I'm just like, all that with everything that the young generation has now, all this fancy stuff they have, they are never going to know the simple pleasures in life that they will never even know about that are just gone now. Things you can't do because so much has changed in the world.
Yep.
I'm telling you, now looking back, I think I enjoyed life more before the invention of the damn cell phones, the internet, the video games.
Yep.
Life was just so much damn simpler back then,
It was.
Only drawback to that is that I never would have met y'all.
Well, that's true too. Now, see, I wouldn't want to replace, the things I've been able to learn and people I've met and stuff like that through the invention of cell phones and internet.
Right.
But man, the times were just times were so much
you
easier.
get that Mustang now. There you go.
I know wages were a lot cheaper, but it was a lot cheaper to live back in those days too. So
Dude, on the Wheel of Fortune tonight, guy went to the final spin thing. He solved the puzzle. He won a brand new convertible Mustang 5.0. I
Oh,
was like,
Nice.
yeah.
Don't let Blue hear that shit. Blue said all he done was want a parts car. You
Yeah,
know that's
yeah,
what
I
Blue
feel
would
like,
say.
yeah,
I'm still
buy a
worried about building
non-convertible.
blocks.
I'd sell it to somebody who wanted it so I could buy a non-convertible version.
100%.
All we would have that we still.
I'm still worried about building blocks.
Dude, I just remember back then, man, you know, when you go outside, all you had was your toys and whatever you picked up in the yard or in the woods to play with.
Right?
Like a stick or swinging on a vine in the woods, because we lived out in the country, man. We went out in the woods, swung on fucking vines like monkeys and all that. Dude, I wouldn't replace those times for nothing. I
Just
love that
monkey
time.
bars and being able to play on them. And when it was hot in the summertime, they burned.
Yeah,
down.
just go lay down in the damn creek and get cooled off, because we had a creek right behind our damn house on our property. Shit, we go right down there and just lay in the creek. Loved it, man.
Yeah,
Tell you what, boss man, I miss driving the GTR.
I'll be right back, guys.
I haven't driven it so long, I feel like I sold it.
Shit, and we actually had cool cars that come back out back then. Not like we got today, but when the 300Z was invented, you know, when they come out
Yeah.
with 300Z and shit, like they were just really cool freaking cars, man. They're like, holy
300Z,
shit.
the Grand Nationals.
Oh yeah, man, that was cool ass cars for the time, you know.
Yep.
And then when they come out with the damn, what was it, the Porsche 944? I thought that was the most sexiest fucking car in the world, dude.
Yeah,
I really did.
944's a good looking car.
I was like, man, that's a beautiful car.
Did you like
Yeah,
the
my
944? Oh,
Did I like a what, Sublime?
944 or the 928 better?
I like the 944 because that something had a turbo. That something was badass.
Yep.
At least
Not
I
a
thought
nine-
it was anyway.
Not a 928 fan at all.
No.
God,
Yeah.
no. That's a
But I
poor
do-
man's Porsche. That's like what the Boxer is of today.
But if I'm right, I hope I say this number right. Do y'all remember the 914, the early ones?
Mm-hmm.
They were almost like the MG midgets. If I'm right, I think that's the car I'm thinking about. Had like the little,
basically the Boxers. That's what was
yeah.
the Boxers, probably.
yeah, I thought that was always a cool ass car.
That's
Sure, it
the-
probably wasn't fast, but it was cool as hell anyway, you know?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the same
freaking
thing.
Conquest was a sweet car too. My buddy.
Oh
had
my God, hell yeah. The Conquest and Mitsubishi
Mhm.
Starion, hell yeah. There were some sweet rides. Dude, I remember when the Dodge Stealth came out. I thought that was one
Yeah,
sexy
the
bitch.
Dodge Stealth was like freaking revolutionary. We had
Yeah,
never seen anything like that before.
No, I thought
Hell
that
Then
shit
they
was
came out with the
sexy as
Dodge
hell.
Viper, and people were just like, "What is going on?"
Don't forget about the Mitsubishi 3000 all-wheel drive GT twin turbo.
That
I
was
did
already
like
mentioned.
that one. I was a big fan of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was already mentioned.
rear wheel drive.
And
And
just
then
when
you
that,
got the special edition. It had rear wheel steering.
Yep,
Yep,
that's what I was talking about.
yep.
Rear wheel steering.
when that damn Dodge Stealth came out though, because that was before the Mitsubishi came out. But I tell you, when
Yep.
the Dodge Stealth hit, I was like, look at that pretty son of a bitch
Was
right
that
there.
the
Yeah,
four-wheel steering, four-wheel drive one?
yeah.
What's up, Boar Blue?
Oh, you talking about
Yep.
the Mitsubishi GT, 3000 GT?
They had a 3000 GT, and then I had a couple letters that went after it. I forget what
That's
they
it.
were.
Yeah, the 3000 GT. That's the one.
And those had the rear wheel steering, the all wheel drive twin turbo
Right.
ones.
I just thought they was cool. And even, you know, we could see Supras like on every street corner back in those days. We would love to have one now, but back then they were everywhere. You could find, I mean, every corner you looked at, there was a damn
Yeah,
Supra on the corner.
So
And a Celica GT.
Oh,
The
I
Dodge
would love to
Stealth.
have an old Celica or GT or an old, the Celica GT, like a 79.
the
No, I
Dodge
was talking about
Stealth,
like
Blue.
I was talking about the late '80s. Celica.
I like the Celica, or well, maybe it was it an 80s model? I'd have to see a picture of it. I don't feel like
Well, they
looking
made an late '80s, early '90s model all-wheel drive Toyota Celica, but it wasn't offered in America, only in Japan and overseas. The Dodge
If you-
Stealth and the 3000 GT were all non-turbo front-wheel drive, except for the 3000 GT VR4s. They are
That
all
was VR4.
all-wheel drive. Yep,
VR4. That's what it was.
They're all all-wheel drive, all twin turbo, and all of them have rear wheel, all four steering. And
Yeah.
on the Stealth, the RTTTs are the only ones that are twin turbo, all wheel drive, all wheel steering.
That's the one the RTTT. That's the.
And the
Yeah.
Well, let
only
me ask you
reason
that-
I know about these is because my brother has had several of them, and he has one right now that puts down 700 to all four wheels.
Nice.
Let me ask you this, Blue. What car was faster than that but cost a hell of a lot less?
When?
That came out in that same time period.
What was faster than what?
Both of those cars. That cost a hell of a
fastest-
lot less.
In the 80s, in the late 80s, early 90s, the fastest car, plain and simple, was the Mitsubishi Eclipse or the Dodge, the Plymouth Laser. The Plymouth Laser was the fastest fucking one. It had no body
Yeah.
kit, had sheet metal fucking A-arms. It was turbo and put out like almost 300 horse, all-wheel drive with a manual transmission. It
Well, let
was
me
the
say this.
fastest one.
This car might have not outran those cars, but still for what it was, for how small it was one of the fastest
Cyclone?
cars out there.
Okay.
No,
Cyclone?
the fucking Volkswagen GTI. That was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
quick.
and the Scirocco, they
that-
were pretty cocky.
I was
They
right.
were they were some mean little motherfuckers, dude. I'm gonna tell you. You had to have
So-
your shit together. Hey, a Fox body didn't fucking stand a chance. They motherfuckers
Banks,
would
they
eat your
made that
ass
car
up.
an all-wheel drive, but not in the United States.
No, but the 79 is the one I was talking about. A friend of mine had one, and I love that car. And it was that color too. It was that blue.
I'm just telling you, them
If you're
the
talking
Volkswagen
about
GTI.
the 80s and early 90s, the Grand National was actually the fastest American car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Corvette.
It was.
Yep.
It was badass.
It
It was a badass ride.
was the fastest
Yep.
one.
But that GTI, dude, I'm telling you what, a Fox body and a Camaro or whatever did not stand a chance against that car. That car would eat your fucking lunch because they ate mine
Well-
plenty of times.
Well, the fastest car in the world at the time was actually the R32 and the R33, but we couldn't have them here.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They were
Godzilla.
fast. Huh?
Godzilla.
Yep. Godzilla was the baddest fucking car in the late 80s, early 90s, but we weren't allowed to have them.
Yeah.
No, I think it was at that time. I think they were illegal to be shipped here, wasn't they, Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
They only
Due to
came
safety
legal in the
concerns.
United States a few years back.
Yeah. They got to be older than 20 years old before they can come into the country.
25.
It was 25.
25. Okay.
25. But
So,
in Canada, they only have to be 15 years old.
Yep.
I'm just
Yeah.
telling you, there were some little cars back then, man, that would totally surprise the shit out of a lot of people. They were some quick
yeah,
little son of a bitches for what they were.
Yeah.
And this is one that you might fucking laugh, but the Geo Storm with that GTI Geo Storm, that little dual overhead cam 5-speed front wheel drive car, that thing would absolutely destroy tires.
Yes, it would. I
Destroy
know
them.
this fact because I had one.
And it
I
would,
never- I never
would
rode one of
just
those cars.
flat smoke them to where you couldn't see the car first, second, and into third gear.
Yeah, when I
Damn.
got mine, it was used, it was beat up, and it only lasted for about 10,000 miles after I got it.
You drove the hell out of that one, did you?
It was on its last leg when I got it, and I
Oh, okay.
I didn't help it any at all.
Oh, I'm
And-
sure you did.
That leg and
Things helped it
I-
along a little bit.
Another
I beat
little
on it,
car
beat
you'd be
on it,
surprised
I had
of
a lot
is
fun. And it was
that-
so cheap when I bought it too. It was cheap. It was sold like it was nothing. I was like, I just figured it was just a Geo, and it was something would give me good gas mileage, and it had decent gas mileage, but it wasn't great. It wasn't like a Geo. What was the Geos? Their
Metro.
Yeah, the Metro. It wasn't like the Metro.
Didn't Dodge Omni come out with a car or something like that? Was decently quick back in those days?
Yeah, the fucking GLA. The
Yeah,
Go
that's
Like
what I
That.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
But the another one that a lot of people would be like, "What the fuck?" It's super ugly, super creepy looking, early '90s Chevy Nova. It's a little bitty box
Yep.
car. They had a turbo version that
Ugly
was
ass car.
it was super duper, super extra duper.
I hated
Oh,
them
good.
using that
Creepy
name for that car, though. I really did.
Yep,
Yes.
same here. My dad
But that
loved the
thing would
Novas back
actually
in the
fry the
60s
tires,
and
too.
70s, and he friggin' hated that car when
If
it
I want
was
to
out.
square buddy Nova, I'm going to go back further, way back.
66, 67, best year
Yep.
ever.
That's.
I agree.
I agree, but I've always been in love with the '69 SS. I love that body style.
Well, my dad owns one.
I love the '69.
It's
I
a
got
roller.
one,
It
man.
needs a lot of work, but he does
Don't
have
matter.
a 69.
He can honestly say he's got a true '69. That's all that matters.
Yep.
My dad
Right.
owns
And
one,
when dad
and
passes
that's
away,
stolen.
it comes to me.
Stupid Fast Truck just said that there was no cars that made 300 horsepower in the late 80s. That is incorrect. The Nissan Skyline R32 made 360 horsepower factory off the showroom floor, but they had a gentleman's agreement between Nissan, Toyota, and Honda that they wouldn't sell it out the car with more than like 275 horse. So they put a little diode in it and painted it yellow. And as Nissan sold the car to the owner, they said, if you pull this little yellow diode out, it makes 360 horse. So then it was made to make that, but it was dialed down with a little diode, and they sent it out the door like that and showed the owner, the purchaser, about the diode. So that is technically, yes, true, but technically not true.
Yeah, but not in America there wasn't. How's that? In the U.S. there wasn't.
Once upon a time, in an island far, far away.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't the Corvette make 300 horse?
I don't know that it did in the 80s.
I think they were mostly tune port things, wasn't they?
Yeah, I thought
Now,
the
I know in
Corvette,
the early
two-foot
90s, the
Corvette made
Corvette-
like 305, right?
I was gonna say the ZR1 Corvette of the day back then made 305 horse.
Hmm.
I think so. And what about the Lingenfilter Corvette in what, 80?
Yeah, but that's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a specialty car. Just everybody
Right,
can afford
that's a
that
little
big $5
different.
motherfucker. Yeah, just everybody wasn't going financing that motherfucker, bringing it home.
No, hell
Okay,
no.
Not
here's the
not on
deal.
not on an '80s salary.
He
Hell
said
no.
the ZR1
You're
was
right.
1990.
I mean, you're right. The Lingerfilter Corvettes of the 80s and 90s were badass. There's no doubt about it.
So,
But some normal person wasn't just going there and picking one up.
No,
Right.
because you look, like I said, you look at the salaries that people got paid in the
Right.
'80s. I mean, it was
'Cause I
very
look-
little money.
Because I went to the Corvette Museum and people were buying stock Corvettes and then taking the Lingerfilter and paying almost the exact same price they paid for the Corvette to Lingerfilter to have it souped up.
yep.
Oh, wow.
You know, yeah, you have a friggin' 600 horsepower friggin' Vet, but you paid out the ass for that 600 horsepower back in the
Yeah,
day.
no shit.
Yeah, but you got to remember, we got paid less, but things didn't cost as much as they do
True.
today either. So
That's
No,
Right. Cost
you
of
know,
living was better.
Yeah, because back then in '89, I think my dad bought my Mustang for me. I think we went to dealership and I think we paid
Yeah,
Was it
1990.
Hello, everybody.
13. It was either 13 something out the door or 14 something out the door. It's been a long time. I can't freaking remember.
Stupid Fast Truck. They want 25 grand for a blower for your car. I have an easy fix for that. Turbos.
I got an even easier fix called nitrous.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, right. On a C8 Vet?
Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?
go turbo.
Yeah, right. Go
Turbo.
Turbo.
Twin turbo.
Go Turbo.
Fuck, your exhaust is super short and already right there at the back. Just fucking bolt some turbos on and fucking go for it.
Go.
Hey, dude, they make a kit for that car now, a twin turbo kit.
Yeah, they
They'll
do.
bolt right
They
up
got
to the back of
turbo
that car.
kits. Pro Charger makes a kit for that car.
This
No,
is Wednesday night, and hello, everybody.
Hey,
So
Gary, now that you're in here, because I think I remember you had mentioned this one time on a live stream somewhere way, way back in the day when we were talking about it. Didn't you say that back in the day when you and your father do a lot of that buying the cash for clunkers?
yes. So
And
we bought a lot of cars off of Ray Whitfield Ford. Matter of fact, we were their main buyers. And you bought those cars and you had to sign a contract that you were not going to resell those cars. You couldn't sell the engines. You couldn't sell the transmissions. But you could sell the rear ends. You could sell the brake parts off of them and stuff like that. And then junk them.
damn.
Bad.
I had
That
a
is
buddy that worked for a dealership at the time. They said they had this stuff that they had to dump on the motors to basically junk the motors.
They did. They had a mix. I don't know. Ford Blue Gauge probably know what that mix is, but they poured that mix in there and they started up and ran that car until the engine seized up.
They said they did all kinds of things rather than dumping that mix in there. They said they throw they actually started to figure out what motors would hold up under high RPMs for long periods of time with no antifreeze before they locked up. And
no
once
antifreeze.
running,
They had to destroy it. They had to prove that they destroyed it, but they had a mix that they were supposed to pour in the crankcase to lock those engines up.
So the
Bob,
wild thing is, they were still, those engines were still buildable. You could send them to a machine shop and they were machinable, but you couldn't fucking just run them. You had to have a machine shop.
Well,
Hey,
Gary,
Ford Blue Gauge,
so
I got a question. Do you
go right
have
ahead.
any timing chain covers for a
Who are
5-liter?
you talking to?
Ford
Talking to you, Blue.
Yeah.
Yes, I sure do.
All right, because I got to look at my pole barn and see if I can find my timing chain cover, and if I can't find it, I might need one.
You realize you can go to AutoZone and you can buy one for like $50.
Really?
Timing chain
Yeah.
cover for what?
Just a
For a
small block
5-liter.
Ford timing chain
Small
cover.
block
They're
Ford.
like $50
I
a
got one in the garage.
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And guess
Well, I didn't know
what?
you had one. What?
Guess what? It's free.
You're using it.
No, it's
Oh.
free.
Yeah,
No,
I was just
All right, well,
gonna
I
say,
gotta-
even if I was just gonna say, even if you gave me like fucking 10 or $20 by the time you shipped it all the way to you, it's still gonna cost you 50. You could go to AutoZone and fucking buy one for $50.
Right.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Livernois called me up and told me that they need my timing chain cover. I guess the engine's starting to be moving along. So I got to look at my barn and see if I can find the original timing chain cover that I had for that car. And if I have it, great. And if I can't, then I got to come up with one real quick.
I got
Well,
one.
that's simple.
Perfect.
Fucking Mach 1's right down the road from you, ain't he?
Perfect.
I'm right down the road from where this engine's being built.
Perfect. Well, maybe on friggin' Monday, I may have to swing on by.
That's fine.
I'll let you know. I got to first search the barn.
Okay.
Yeah, because you never know what you might find. You remember? You couldn't
Alfie,
find the
what were you
headers.
trying
And
to say? You were trying to say something.
oh, I was
Yeah,
just
but-
talking about the Casper clunkers. We were all talking about that while you stepped away. You
Dude,
explained it.
they destroyed a lot of freaking awesome cars.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
It's not
Good old
like-
Obama.
Hey, Bama, how much was your timing cover from Rock Auto? Like $40?
They're not much.
Well, hell, if he's got one, if Gary's got one, he can get for free. Then hell, ain't no sense looking. He's done found one.
But see, you know, and I'm going to tell you something. Car Mob's father-in-law, his in-laws, owned one of the biggest dealerships in the city of Dearborn.
Mm.
Yeah, for a while there.
Right.
They own what? Volkswagen dealership?
No, Mercury. Ford Mercury.
Mercury? Okay.
Mm.
Hey, I just messaged Pinks and 91 and told him that Pinks is live. So if he might be at work or something, you know, sometimes he works long hours.
Yeah, Mark knows he's live.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
I didn't know
those
he
that
knew.
didn't know, that I went live last night.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was in bed.
I didn't
Yeah,
know you went live last night.
Yeah, I went
My
live.
ass was asleep.
yeah, I went live last night.
I was there until I went to bed.
Mhm.
Actually, that's not true. I got
I was there until I wasn't.
Hey,
How long were
wasted.
you live last night, Salty?
God, I wound up being live for a long time because Wasted Talent come in there and got up on the
Really?
panel. And God,
Fuck,
we
I didn't
stayed.
even know, dude.
Dude, I think we stayed talking till 2:30, 3 o'clock this damn morning.
Oh,
I
damn.
went to bed.
I went to bed. Well, I actually shut my computer, set it to the side, and when I was getting my other stuff, I was so tired I fell asleep in my chair. Didn't wake up for another hour or so. Then
You got like
Yes.
a lazy boy?
Because I messaged Sublime Raptor Brailsford and I said, "Motherfucker, I'm going live and you better be in there."
I said, nope, I'm heading to
He
Walgreens.
said, "I'm going to Walgreens." I said, "Well, you better make an appearance, asshole." And then a few
Pinks,
minutes
you got
later,
a
he
lazy
popped up on the
boy?
panel. Say again.
Pinks, you got
Look
a
at that
lazy boy?
minivan.
Matter of fact, yeah, I sent you a message, Gary, and told you I was live.
You did, and that's why I popped on.
Yeah, you came on for a little bit. I seen your video today. I seen your video today, and those fuse boxes look identical. I can't see a difference in those fuse boxes.
They're
Slight
very,
color
very
difference. One has printing on it, the other one doesn't.
well. Yes.
And I believe the flasher thing, they did that for a space reason, right? Because it
I'm
was
guessing they did.
on the front.
And then the top of it's got some grooves on it that the one in the Fairmont don't have, but everything else looks the same.
Looks fine. It looked like a really nice fuse box for that age.
Yeah, it did. It really does.
So, Pinks, you sitting in a lazy boy? Is that what you fell asleep in?
I am, yes.
I cannot. If I sit down in my lazy boy and I'm even halfway tired, dude, it's right there. I'm out. I'm done.
How old is your lazy boy?
About 3 years old.
Okay, so this was about 2 years old and it's already fallen apart.
No, mine's good.
Yeah, see, I don't know. Hey, 91, Mark.
What's up, Mark?
I was looking at some of the construction on it because my arm is broken, and it's because it's made out of very, very thin OSB, and it's stapled into OSB, and it just ripped. You know,
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, lazy boys are not good as lazy boys used to be.
Do me a favor and put him on full screen next to me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Blue, are those the 17-10 holes we were talking about the other night? From
17 by 8 for the front and
Yes.
17 by 9s for the rear.
You're my
Nice.
hero.
Look at that lip and the deep offset. It is so gorgeous. And that's sitting, yeah, they're sitting on different levels. So
That's real nice.
That there's nice. I tell you what.
That's real nice.
and they are factory size fucking center caps. They fit right
Nice.
in. But those are the center caps that came with them, and they even came in a Ford licensed box.
Oh,
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you something. I'd be putting me a little bit of lubrication around one of those holes and using it.
He'd be grabbing it by the wig and giving it hell.
They are so beautiful in
Those
person.
are nice.
If you haven't had the chance to see them in person, they are just so fucking perfect.
Hey, just thinking, Salty could really abuse that, the air chuck hose.
Oh,
Air check hose.
they did such an amazing job on them.
Those are really nice looking.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
them.
super excited. The other two are still in the box.
Yeah, no reason to take them out. They probably look the same.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. And here, just in case anybody wants to see, I'll show you this part too.
Yeah, let me
Oh,
walk
what's
my
up, Mark?
fat ass
Make
way
yourself
back
a
over here
real
to where my
nice
phone's
look.
at.
What
Oh,
the
nice.
hell? What the
Ooh,
hell?
Holy.
1, 2, 3, 4. What the hell? There's an extra hole.
I know.
You got 11 holders.
No, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's an extra hole.
Yeah.
Well, because they sell them both in 4 lug and 5 lug.
And their spacing's
Fucking
wrong. What
salty.
the hell?
Come on, smart ass. You didn't even catch it. I'm
They
saying 10
originally
holes,
only
but
came
there's
in
an
4.
extra hole.
Because you're counting the wrong holes.
Oh, he's not getting it. Never mind.
Yeah, it's way above this country boy's head.
Show Salty the valve stem hose so he can get off a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I need to see my bitch for tonight.
Oh my god.
I have to admit, I'm not a 10-hole fan, but they actually do look good.
There's the valve stem hole for you. So
No,
like
that
10
wouldn't
holes.
work if it's too deep. He wouldn't get it in the hole.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
right. You're right.
ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, you
That's
go to the
gonna
doctor.
require an
They
extended, that's going to require an extended valve stem, isn't it?
Stock valve stem.
Really?
go to the
Yeah,
doctor and they tell you to lay
those valve stems are set up just like the factory 10 holes.
It's been a long time since I've had one that actually had 10 holes on it. So
You go to the doctor and the doctor tells you to lay it up on the table, and I look at him. You're shot of luck, brother. Motherfucker won't reach that. It won't reach that far.
For those wheels,
Say that one more time.
what was the cost?
$1,021 and like 60 cents shipped to my door.
Dude, that's
Not
not
too
bad.
No, it's not bad.
like 250 a wheel.
That's nice.
What are those rings for?
Can't
They're
remember.
just plastic to protect them.
Those would actually look good on my Fairmont.
Yeah, they would.
Well, you need to get you a set.
Hey,
Why
Mr.
is-
Gary,
I-
they also sell them in powder coated black.
I want the skin
Hey.
for the front. Though.
VMS, listen, VMS also offers them in 13 or 15 by 3.5s and 15 by 10s
Oh,
with
nice.
6.5 inch back spacing.
That won't work on my car, damn it. Too small.
You had to have been like the first order that was made because I remember you talked about them the day they launched the video.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you ordered them that day.
Within 3 days of them fucking releasing them, I ordered them, and I wouldn't have ordered them. The only reason I did is because I sold all the shit out of the storage unit.
You got lucky that you were able to order. You
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, that was very fast shipping, dude. They got them to you fast.
It's the second time in my life I've ever been able to buy a brand new set of wheels. First time I've ever been able to buy anything brand new when it first got released.
Yeah.
Before
Just say-
somebody else had them.
You have to give LMR kudos, man. I mean, they got those wheels to you fast.
Where is LMR? They're in Pennsylvania, right?
Texas.
Texas,
Or
I think.
Texas. Okay. It's CJ's in Pennsylvania then. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, but
Cranking up again.
American Muscle.
CJ's suck.
Sucks.
I wouldn't give CJ none of my money.
Oh, they
No.
blow it, dude. They blow.
They suck.
It took me a year to
Why
refund.
anyway? I just used to like watching Bill because you'll be back on the road in no time, and I always used to call him a liar.
They would be better if they had better customer service and shit like that. But dude, you can't hardly even get nobody on the phone to talk to
They
nobody.
had some decent install videos. That's what I like for 'em.
Mark.
I'm telling you, if you have a problem with a part, dude, good luck is all I got to tell you.
Yeah.
They got some sexy wheels though, man. I like them.
Me too. Like I said, they sell it. They also sell them in powder coated black too, Gary, with the chrome little center cap.
I don't know if I'd like
Or the
that.
little-
Sorry,
the-
dealing with leg
oh,
cramps. I'll be back.
Well, the reason why they're selling them like that, don't you, Sublime?
Why?
Because that's the way they came on the SSPs.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why they're selling them black like that with the little.
black with the silver center cap.
Yep, that's the reason why they're selling them like that. But I think the blacks are sexy as hell, dude. On the right car, they look good as hell.
those are
yeah.
some of my favorite old classic thing wheels.
Yeah, the traditional ones to me are the greatest because you can put them on, you can rock them in traditional for years to come. And then if they start to get ugly or something like that, then you can powder coat them and ta-da, you got a new set of wheels.
Exactly.
But so BMS is offering them. They're fixing to release them in the 15 by 3.5s and the 15 by 10s. They're doing them in the machine look like this, and they're gonna also offer 17 by 4.5s and all. Oh shit, yes. And I already messaged BMS, and they said 2 to 3 months, and the 17 by 4.5s will be released, and they will fit
Sweet.
factory center caps. And I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah,
But
he's gonna
anyway,
order, he's gonna order a set too.
so VMS is offering them not in black powder coated, but black anodized with machined edges.
Dude,
Dude, that would look good.
I like
They're
that.
fucking sick looking. I'll send you a link if I can, but I've got to deal with my legs cramping. I'll be back in a few minutes.
drink
Go
some
go
pickle
with the
juice,
legs
dude.
cramping.
Go get you some
That's
pickle
tough.
juice, and that crap will go away.
Dude, I'm telling you, damn, the black anodized with the machine around the 10 holes and shit, dude, that would fucking be sexy as shit.
Then you wouldn't know what hole to poke.
No, but I'd have plenty of bitches to try it out on though. I'd have 10 different women to try it out on.
UAW, baby.
That's
Yep.
what's your post. So. I really liked your post today about the airport.
Yeah, the things we could do when we were younger, dude, it don't compare to nothing today. You know what I mean?
Hey, Motorhead.
Look, Carmack could buy him a set of those damn 10 holes and throw them on the minivan. He'd be sporting, Jack.
Oh yeah. Pickle juice.
What's up, Chad?
So
I wish pickle juice would help my legs, but unfortunately it does not because it's not a it's a nerve issue I have that causes them to do that.
you got a bad sciatic?
I have worse than a bad sciatic. It's my entire spine is being kind of pinched at the lower part of my back where it goes out to my legs. I have I can't even remember the name of the problem I have now. I've forgotten it. It starts with an S. I don't know what it's called.
Well, you could be like Salty and have lymphadenitis.
I have that too.
Well, you got to understand, it ain't limp. It's just very short.
Oh.
It looks like it. It just looks limp. Yeah, it just looks limp, but it's actually poking out like a damn little ready.
No, not sciatica.
Problem is now my damn belly done got so big, Gary. I'd have to fuck everything downhill just so the belly be out of the way.
Look at.
Ooh. Poor Juice sent me a picture.
I like the way they did the rings.
Oh yeah, you sorry, you already had it up. Shit, I didn't even see that.
It didn't make a difference. But
I like
that
that.
shit looks good, dude. That would look awesome on your Fairmont. Holy
I
shit,
like
that would be
that.
pretty.
Yeah, baby.
I like that. You know what? You know what makes that wheel so pretty though? It's just universal. No matter what color the car is, it will go with that wheel.
Right.
Especially when you talk about painting your car orange, that shit would look good.
Later, Bama.
Bama, take care, buddy.
Take it easy. Damn, Bama's already out this early at night. Holy
Probably
shit.
got to get up early for it tomorrow.
Hell, Bama's usually a late nighter with us.
Sometimes he gets up at 3, 4 in the morning for work.
I forgot this is hump day, so he's probably early.
This is Wednesday. I think, yeah. Welcome to Wednesday.
It's some days he had to go do his job.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to find me a female so I can enjoy hump day.
I got Miss Michigan.
Well, I wouldn't mind having Miss Georgia, but that bitch ain't gonna look my way.
Carmine lost signal.
I ain't got enough money for her. Who do we lose?
Carmine.
He lost signal.
Well, who's that in the middle?
Nate.
Oh, okay. Because I thought Nate had his camera on there at first.
I did it first to turn it off.
Oh, you like the rest of it? You like being an icon?
I'm not really paying. That's the thing is, I'm sure I look like an idiot when I'm not. I look like I'm looking at the camera and I'm not. And I'm perusing Marketplace to see what I missed today.
No, I
Dude, I'm looking on Marketplace too. I'm trying to find a set of bucket seats for this truck.
I do the same thing, Nate. I'm always looking at something.
Mr. Gary, now that I got you, the next time you go out to your yard, tell me what year Rangers that is you got out there. Because it looks like I'm going to have to be buying a lot of used parts.
The 80, the black one sitting in the gate right there, I think is like a 85.
Well, I got an 85, but there's nothing wrong with that truck. I need parts for an 88.
I got a couple more back in the yard though.
But I think parts off of that 85, the fenders will fit my 88. I need a right front fender.
I know, but it's got the glass headlights. You got the plastic European.
No, believe it or not, no, mine's got the glass headlight.
And the 88.
Yep. I looked at that truck today because I got pictures on my phone. Matter of fact, hold on, I'll send you a picture right now. That way you can see it. Where's your damn name at? There you are.
It's been so long since I've had a car with glass headlights in it.
Yeah. I can't remember my last one.
I'm trying to think what it was.
There you go, Gary. I just sent it to you. If you scroll in on that picture and look, you'll see it's got the glass headlight. I thought it had the plastic lens on it too until I scrolled in and looked. I'm like, damn, I think that's a glass headlight.
You talking about the one you just bought?
Yeah. But see, I don't need a headlight. I just need a right front fender.
But you got the European headlights though.
You know what? You're right, because the 85, it does not have the marker light on the side like the 88 does.
Right.
And I think, Yep.
The European. But anyhow, you got the European lights on yours, dude.
Yeah.
How about your fender? Can you not just hammer it back into shape?
No, it looks like shit, dude. I went to LMC truck today and looked, but they got the passenger side, but they don't know when they will ever have a right. They got the driver's side, but they don't know when they'll ever have a passenger side back in stock. I'm like, well, that fucking does me a lot of good.
Try www.shermanandassociates.com.
Sherman and Associates.
Yes.
Okay. I can go to Certifit and get it, but God, their parts are just shit.
Sherman and Associates has got good price, and I think if you spend over a certain amount of money, it's free shipping.
Okay. Like I said, I can get everything I'll need for that truck from
eBay.
Certifit, but their parts are the cheapest Chinese shit that you can get your hands on.
That should still be back in the day. That was still steel, wasn't it? Just sheet steel.
Yeah, yeah.
Any fender, anything you buy from cars these days are absolute garbage.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you, dude.
I
I
bought.
thought I was going to need a passenger side door, but I got looking at that door real close, and I can fix that door, so that's not a problem.
I was having a hard time finding a driver's side fender for this 96. Like every one of them I was finding was either bondoed shut or crushed or non-existent on the truck at parts yards. I finally broke down. I said, screw it. I'll just buy one. I got it. I leaned on it and got off. There was a dent where my elbow was right above the body line. I said, I'm not putting this on the truck. I spent 2 more years before I finally found one on a Bronco. And the only reason why it survived, the rest of the Bronco was destroyed. It was completely rotted, completely out, but it made it because it'd been repainted a couple of times.
Hey, Salty, Mark's talking to you in chat.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull. I was sending you like 3 or 4 pictures, Gary.
All right, but he just wants to know if you're going to put 95 buckets in the Ranger.
I would love 95 buckets.
that's
I don't know.
It's in 95.
If I can find some cheap enough, I will. Because I don't like bent seats. I freaking hate them. So I will put buckets. I don't give a shit if it's out of a Hyundai, as long as they fit.
That's
What
why
I would-
seats are comfortable.
Yeah, but that's way too big for the inside of the cab of that Ranger, man. That cat, you got to remember, them inside those little Rangers, there's not a whole lot of room in those Rangers.
Yeah, true.
I remember the last time I had a bench seat. I guess that would have been in my my F-150, my 95.
Well,
F-150.
let's put it this way: it's the bottom of it's a bench seat, but the back of it's a 60-40 split.
Yeah,
And the back of it, the driver's side of the back only goes forward like 6 inches. I'm like, damn, dude, I can't even get behind the seat to get nothing out of the damn thing. It don't go far enough forward. The passenger side will lean all the way like it's supposed to, but the driver won't. But I cannot stand bucket seats. I absolutely hate them zombies.
bench
I mean,
seats.
I'm sorry, bench seats. I hate bench seats. I got no use for them damn things.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Hi, Mike.
Yeah, you see that? You see that right front fender on that truck?
I haven't
Yeah.
got the picture. I haven't got nothing yet.
Oh, you ain't damn already sent them to you. They ain't come through.
I'm telling you, dude. You know,
Your phone's
phone
slow.
got-
Let me make sure I damn. Yeah, it says they're all been delivered, or they're lost in fucking space somewhere.
well, they're lost in space somewhere because I haven't gotten them yet.
I'm gonna bet automatic, stupid fast.
Which Ranger are you talking about, Salty? The one you just picked up from your brother, or the other one?
No, the one I just bought from my cousin. Yeah, that little red one.
Yeah, that little red one's nice though. I like it.
It's a clean little truck. I mean, it ain't without its flaws. But you got to
Right
remember,
here,
I only
see, that's what I mean. You got the European headlights in there.
yeah, but I only paid $650 for the truck. I mean, you got to look at it. You ain't buying no gym when you pay that low of a price. So-
But that thing looked pretty nice. It sounded nice. I mean, that's the perfect Home Depot truck. And if you gotta, move stuff around, that thing's perfect.
Oh, it ain't them damn them glass packs coming off that truck. As much as I like them, I don't need no tickets in my old age. Shit on that. That damn thing's loud, dude. That thing.
Yeah, that thing, it was loud, but it sounded nice. For a V6, that had a nice tone to it.
Let's see what we got here.
If I wasn't scared of getting a ticket, that I would just keep running them. But the problem is, that thing is being so when you're under like throttle or something, dude, that bitch is loud. I'm talking about echoey loud.
Hold
Yeah,
on. So what is so wrong with that fender? You can't just
If-
fix it.
If you look at the passenger side, you can see where it's bowed backwards.
Well, I'm looking at the passenger side. That's the side that came up first. That's right in the front, right?
Yeah, right behind the headlight.
Yeah, it's totally fixable.
Ah, shit, dude. I mean, a
It
new
needs a
fender is
paint job anyway, so
a new fender is only like wherever places I've found them that's got them, they're only like $40-something new. So fuck fixing it. I'll just put another fender
well, I
on.
mean, but are they going to be made out of good steel?
Oh, now
You'll
that's
get
a
what
whole
you pay for.
Yeah.
that's a whole nother question. Now
Oh, we
it's
lost
just-
Blue.
it's according to who you're buying from of what quality you're gonna get. But if Mr. Gary has got an original fender up there that's not fucked up or whatever, I would much rather have an original fender.
Yeah, I personally, I'd probably pull that off, try and fix it myself first. That's me. Back in the day when I was buying cars like that, but I just nowadays I'll send it to somebody to fix it.
Oh, I'm totally gonna paint the truck myself.
Yeah.
Now trust me, it's not gonna look anywhere as good as Funky can paint, because I'm gonna be honest with you, the only kind of paint job I've ever put on a car is a rattle can paint job. I ain't never
I've never
painted a
done.
car. But I'm not trying to make this no pretty truck. I'm just trying to make it a decent little get around truck, and that's all I'm gonna do with it. I ain't trying to make it pretty.
Like I was saying to you, it doesn't look bad how it is right now.
Is that Ranger an auto or manual?
It's an automatic. It's got a 4.0 V6 automatic in it.
Nice
Welcome
to play
back,
about. Put on a
Blue
coat of
Gage.
wax. There you go.
Welcome back, Blue.
Yeah, Sunshine. Welcome back.
I don't even like those stock Ranger wheels that's on it, because that comes from the next generation. But I'm gonna leave them on there. I'm not gonna change them. But it's got really good tires on it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna leave them motherfuckers on there.
Fellas. What's up, Josh?
Josh, Golden, what up, dude?
So Salty, when I move in a couple months, you got to find me a truck.
Oh, that ain't no problem. There's fucking 1,000 million of them down here, buddy. That's easy.
All right. Because I check like online, going through like Auto Trader and stuff. People want crazy numbers for old trucks.
Well, that's the problem you're really going to run into anywhere around the country, because trucks are at an all-time high. I mean, I think trucks are worth more than cars these days.
They
And
are.
I'm finding like 2-valve 4.6 F-150s that are
Mike,
old, and
Mike,
they want
stay-
like $8,000 for them. And I'm like,
yeah,
what?
stay away from the 2-valve, man. Don't.
I just sold a 2003 F-150 crew cab with 220,000 miles on it for fucking $7,000 a few months back.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's how I went. That's how I got the fucking Fairlane and the Comet and the Holly Terminator X Max and shit like that.
Well, that's what I don't get, because like Salty finds, a Ford Ranger, yeah, it's got a 6 in it, but for what I need, it'd be fine. And he paid like $650, so I'm like $7-8
He
grand.
bought it from a family member. That's why.
Yeah, I bought it from my cousin. So
That helps.
oh yeah, it does.
Fine for like $3 to $5 grand, because all I need. Is
Well,
something
I
to
can
go
tell you,
to
if you're gonna
Lowe's.
find something from $3 to $5 grand, you're gonna look at something at high mileage. You don't know what's gonna be wrong with the truck, especially if you're buying it from a total stranger.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard the truck's been driven. It might only have 230,000 miles, but you don't know how hard those 230,000 miles were put on that truck.
The thing about it is, when you're buying vehicles like that, more than likely it's a flip.
Yeah. And then they're flipping it to you quick for a reason. They're getting it out of there.
Yeah,
They want to get rid of it.
I just want to find something for two purposes. Number one, I need to go to Lowe's and pick shit up. Number two, I got to put the trash in the back and take it to the dump.
Yeah, you would have loved my old F-150 that I sold for $1,000.
Well, I tell you what, Mike. I tell you what. I think I'm fixing to make another bad Chevrolet decision. Which there's nothing wrong with this truck that I'm fixing to buy. It's actually a really good-looking damn truck. But I tell you what, you bring me $5 grand, you can have it.
Well, my uncle's fixing to sell a 91 Chevy 2500 two-wheel drive 5.7 for $2,500, and it's been
There you go.
documented. It's been in his family and documented its entire life from GM until he's had it for the last few years. And but it's got 210,000 miles on it. And other than being a Chevy, the worst problem with it is it's a fucking Chevy.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's a 97, it's got the exact
No.
same engine I got in mine. It's got a 354 tank.
91.
Oh, 91. Okay.
91, and it's got a 350. It's got a 350 TBI in it.
Ain't nothing wrong with those trucks. Them are damn good trucks.
I can't drive a Chevy. I can't get myself to do it. I can get a Ford truck, or I can get a foreign job like a Toyota or
well, just take you a little blue oval and stick it right over top of, glue it right over top of that Chevy badge, and you're driving a Ford.
Chevy, it was not a. I've had 3 or 4 Chevy trucks.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you.
One of them.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you. Don't pass on a Chevrolet truck, man, because I'm gonna tell you, the older Chevrolet trucks are good trucks. They're not bad trucks.
My wife had them, but she's a Chevy person. I'm a Ford person. She's going to keep giving me shit.
I'm a car person.
That's me. I'm a car person. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit what name is on it. As long as it's a good vehicle, I'm happy with it.
The thing about it is, though, if you're just buying a truck to drive back and forth to Lowe's to pick up stuff and this and that, you're not going to be hauling a trailer and stuff like that. The 2 valves are fine.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
We got Boost Addict says a lot of Chevy talk going on here.
Dude, you can say what you want, man, but the older Chevrolet trucks.
Another thing, Mike's Garage, you're talking about you want something decent for a low price. You're going to need to get one that is a nice truck with decent amount of miles on it with a bad motor. You can get it for $1,500, $2,000, put a motor in it and have a nice fucking truck.
There you go. Yep. That's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, you like tinkering and stuff like that. That'd be an ideal thing for you. Buy something that's just a good roller. It needs an engine. Go to LKQ or some other reputable junkyard. Get you a decent motor. Throw it in and be happy.
That's the only problem, though. I'm not going to have the shop for a while, and I don't want to destroy the new garage and the new house. You know what I mean?
Don't change the motherfucker out there in the dirt.
No.
Yep.
That's shit. I've done it many a fucking times back in the day, buddy, when there wasn't no concrete or nothing. I lay my ass right on the ground and do my business.
Right. Put the engine hoist in the dirt, put the truck up on ramps, get everything unbolted, take it off the ramps, roll it forward underneath the hoist because the hoist won't want to roll in the dirt. Jack the engine up, shove the truck out from underneath of it.
Damn right.
Set the fucking hoist down on a fucking old chopped up grocery cart. That bitch, for some reason, will roll across the dirt. I don't understand why. Even with an engine on the motherfucker, it'll roll across the dirt, and that doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Ford Blue, you're gonna laugh at me. I'm old and lazy.
That's the voice that you have to deal with.
Well, I'm just saying, when it comes to wanting to buy a deal for $3,000 or $5,000,
he makes perfect sense.
But you just got to look. You got to remember, for that kind of money, you got to remember what you're going to buy. Mostly, you're going to buy a truck that's absolutely wore the fuck out. Honestly, I'm just going to tell you.
You must have just woke up.
See, I was thinking if it was a Ford, at least I could put it on my channel and do stuff. Like
I had a 95 F-150 extended cab long bed that had over 200,000 miles on it. Picked it up.
Good truck.
$600.
Good truck, dude.
2-wheel drive. Love that truck, but when I started pulling my cars around and towing, it was not good for that.
Hey guys, we got people talking in the chat. Mark wants to know how those 17-inch 10 hose would look on a new Edge. I bet they would look good.
I don't know if the body lines. I don't know if the body lines of a new Edge would lend itself to 10 holes. To be totally honest with you.
Well,
that would be the first step to make a new Edge look good.
Yeah, I mean that would be almost like putting turbines on a new Edge. I mean, it's no matter what you put on it, it's still a fucking new Edge.
Make a new Edge look better too.
Why
would you want to put that stuff on a new Edge? Come on.
Well, the problem is there's nothing you can do to a new Edge to make it better.
Put a supercharger on it. Oh wait, Ford did.
The only way a new Edge is good is because of the motor and the tranny that's in it. You take the 4-valve out, you take the fucking 4R70 out of it, and what's left?
You know what? You do got a point there.
I forgot. I keep forgetting that Mike's Garage is a new Edge guy.
Hey, Mike, he just put your card out. Miss Carol
didn't have an automatic.
Miss Carol said, I just looked at a 7.3 Power Stroke with severe blow-by for $7,500.
It'll still run 100,000 miles.
Too bad injectors.
Yeah.
Them 7.3s, dude, I don't give a shit what you do to those motors. Those motors are awesome. I don't give a damn what nobody says.
Is the Ranger the cheaper way to go compared to an F-150 if you're looking for an older, cheap truck?
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Depends.
if you're just looking to do with a truck to do what you want it to do, then a Ranger would probably, I say, would fit your needs perfectly.
Can
Yeah.
you pull a car on a car trailer short
No.
distance?
No.
You can, but just be
Yeah.
prepared. You might lose a transmission. The car might push you through a stop sign, and you might get hit head on or T-boned.
If you
Because that
get
little
a
truck.
You might get a giant ticket from the police.
Yeah,
There's
the back bu-
if you want a small truck to pull a trailer, then get a Dodge Dakota with a V8 in it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
about,
agree. Nah,
that's about
yep.
your only option. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Well,
I
they
agree with that
actually
now.
do it.
But
I agree
what
with
about
that.
transmission in those.
No,
Well,
the
it's
only
just-
thing I was saying is that if you bought a car that had a bad engine or something, you had to go 30 miles, 40 miles to pick it up. Could you
A Ranger's
pick it
fine for
up
that.
with
A
a
Ranger's
Ranger
fine.
and pull it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the car or the engine?
I'm saying that could you pull a car on a trailer behind a
You
Ranger?
can, but I wouldn't push it because they have a low load rating.
Well, you got to remember when you get into a little small truck like that, it's all
Oh,
about
They
about
don't
the
have a tow package on them.
well,
so
it's all about the tongue weight at that point on them little bitty
The
trucks.
thing of it is that
Yeah.
you got to
Okay.
know how to load a trailer to pull it on something like that.
Yeah.
You got to
Mhm.
know where to put that trailer, where the car or truck, whatever you're pulling, where the weight's on the axle, not on the tongue.
That's
Right.
right. And
So
a
you
lot of
gotta know
people,
how to load the trailer.
I'll
and
tell you a decent-
I laugh at people every day, Gary. I go down the road and I'll see them. I'll see people, even with a full size truck, they'll have whatever they're towing on the trailer. They'll have that something's pushed all the way to the front, and you can just see the ass sagging down. I'm like, dude, if you back that damn car up about 3 foot over them axles, that truck and trailer will level itself out. You won't have all that.
You know,
problem.
I put my car all the way onto my trailer, all the way on.
Yeah, but stupid fast. So two things. One, stupid fast in the 70s, the station wagons were basically trucks with the fucking covered backs.
Yeah.
That's true.
They
That's
were
true.
monstrous. And the second thing, Miss Carol, absolutely an OBS F-150 or F-250 or F-350 with a 351 Windsor. Those are fucking awesome trucks. But the 4R100, the A4 or the E4OD, those fucking
Yeah.
trannies are junk.
That is a junk train.
Yep.
I have
If
4R100
you
in
get
my
one
motorhome.
with the manual transmission in it,
ZF5.
yes, that is 100 times better transmission. Or you get one with an AOD or an AODE, the early years, and then you have another one that's a good fucking truck. But the problem is all the electronics in the E4OD training are absolute trash, and so is the wiring. Yep.
When I load my Mustang on this trailer, give me 1 second. We'll have a camera here. And when I load my Mustang on this trailer, it goes all the way to the front. Do you know why?
Okay, go ahead.
Put it out
It's a
backwards.
16-foot trailer. My car is 16 feet long.
Well, I mean, in that case, you have to. You know, in that case, you have to when you got a little small trailer like that, or
But
a trailer the same size as the car.
Towing the car just getting and it's towed. That trailer has towed so many cars.
Wait,
Yeah.
what car is 16 feet long?
What's that?
What car is 16 feet long?
The Mustang is almost 16 feet long.
16? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
I was looking at a
Yeah.
car capsule and a 16 would barely make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
16
you're right.
feet.
Never mind. I forgot how long them some bitches are now these
Yeah,
days.
they're
The
some
thing about
bitches
it is
long.
that if you know how to load a trailer, you can pull it with about anything. You know what I mean?
You can really.
I'll tell you another truck. I had one. Mine was nutless, but my buddy's dad had an 04 Heritage, which you can get a 97 03 F-150 with a 4.2 V6 in it. He hauled a cattle trailer 4 or 5 times a year with 5 or 6 bulls in it.
Those
That
are
truck
heavy.
had 0 issues. It had 373 gears with the tow package in it. That thing had no issues.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, he had better luck out of his 4.2 than I had out of
I
mine.
didn't have
My
good luck
4.2
on
was
mine.
shit.
Mine
I've
was
seen
I have
those
the
4.6.
tow package in my truck, but it
I've seen
barely
those-
pulls anything. It can barely do any weight. It's such a small truck.
I've seen those 4.6s blow spark plugs out and stick in the hood.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the 4.2 V6 from Ford. I had nothing but issues out of mine. That
So
motor
what,
was
David?
shit to me.
I did a lot of research on that. So I found out that motor, because I had to replace mine at 110 due to the fact it lost oil pressure. And I was young, dumb, and didn't know how to rebuild a motor at the time, and slapped the wrong bearings in it. And I was like, I'm not doing this again. I ended up buying a crate motor from Ford as a reman from a discount from a buddy of ours at cost. And when I bolted up, I borrowed a buddy of ours' engine stand he made, and all they ever put on it was 302s out of their two trucks they had. And the bolt pattern was exactly the same. I thought I was going to have to torch new holes in the plate. Bolted right up to a 302, bolt holes. So I started doing research. Super 6 Motorsports, I think it was. So basically, that motor was a 3.8 stroked, which a 3.8 was 5.0 missing 2 cylinders.
Yep.
I never had any problem, nothing but problems out of my 4.2. I'm not gonna say they're all
There's a
bad.
lot
It's just the
more
one.
about those too.
It's just the one I had nothing but problems out of it.
Mine was an absolute nutless dog, but it had a 5-speed with a 308 gear ratio in it. I do 100 mile an hour in third gear all day long.
Right.
Shift into fourth and fall on its face and die.
Now this trailer is a little bit longer, but look how tight my car is in there. If I can ever get this thing going.
Oh yeah, because you got an 8-foot trailer. If you had an 8.5, you wouldn't have that
I
problem.
know. I didn't. So it was advertised as 8.5, and when I went to pick it up all the way up in Ohio, I did not take a tape measure with me like a dumbass.
What's shitty is Fox Body's fitting an 8-foot trailer beautifully.
Oh yeah,
Yes, they
it's
do.
in the Fox body.
What's shitty is a guy lied to you and you drove all the way there.
Yeah. I know.
Well, you got to look at it too. I mean, buyers got some responsibility too.
Yeah,
You
but
can't
if
lay everything on
someone's
yourself.
driving across
The thing
the
is,
country, you don't
He
lie
didn't
about
lie.
it.
He
I
said
don't-
it
I
was
don't lie
8.5.
on
It was
that.
8.5 on the outside.
It's not
Yeah.
8.5
True.
on the outside. It's 8 on the outside.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's short. It's not 8 on the inside then.
No, it's not
Probably
8 on the inside.
Probably 7 and 7.
Generally, most of the 8.5, they're measuring from the outside. When they say 8.5, that's the outside dimension.
So how
But
thick is how
about-
thick is the walls? So what, 2-3
Not
inches
very
thick?
thick at all. They're
I think they're 2x2 aluminum on most of the newer trailers.
This is
Yeah.
a 1999 or 98 trailer, so it's not new.
No, so it's probably steel
thin.
corners and every 4 foot, and then wood in the middles of that.
No, it doesn't have. It actually doesn't have wood. It's steel. It's,
Really?
Yeah. It was built by Silverlight, and they used to do horse trailers mainly. That's why on the outside it kind of looks like a camper instead of a trailer. The nose of it comes, instead of being a V nose, it comes down at an angle and then down at an angle on the bottom.
It almost looks like a trailer most people would use for a go-kart, like a racing go-kart trailer.
It would be great for like a side by side or go karts
Mhm.
or motorcycle.
Fox Body.
Yeah, Fox Body would do great.
Fox
Yeah.
body would be great. In a Fox body, I could actually use the E-track or the A-track that's on the floor, and the 4 because it came with 4 wheel straps, the ones that actually go over the wheel with the rubber pucks on them that go into the A-track, which is the little round tracks, not the square ones. It's got A-track all over it, up the walls, and it's kind of nice to have, but it's not as long as I'm used to, and it doesn't have all the storage I'm used to. I do really miss my big trailer. I don't miss driving it around or having to park it or having to get it out of a tight space, but I do miss having what it had in it, all the room, which is
Oh,
really,
once you have a stacker
This
and
is
you
controversial,
downsize, you'll
sir.
always miss that. You'll always miss that.
even if I had boostage trailer, because I was in that this last weekend, that would be perfect for me. It's a little bit longer than mine. Well, actually, it's a lot longer than mine. But it's really nice, and it's got all the cabinets up front that I'm used to, and that would be great. I don't know.
If you had a Pro Street Vega in that trailer, you'd be like, "Oh my God, there's so much room."
I know.
Oh my God.
I think Carboth's trailer is a 24.
Yeah, mine's a 24 as well. But I actually haven't measured out to see what my floor space is. I think it's only like 20 foot of floor. Because
That's why I like the little Vegas, man. They're narrow as hell, and they'll fit in any trailer.
Hey, Mark, thanks, but I don't think it is, but thanks.
it's huge.
Nah, but going back to what
Zach,
Mike
I
was
told
talking
you, How
about.
many times I got to tell you, Zach? Quit looking at porn.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, definitely.
Make it
Too young
live.
for that, Zach. Going back to what Mike said, though, Mike, you're gonna have to just, dude. I don't know. You just have to pick the truck out that's good for you, man. And just for the price you're looking at, you're just going to have to do a lot of research before you actually pull the trigger and spend your money. Because, like I said, for that kind of money, most full size trucks you buy are going to be wore slap ass out.
Now, what kills me, had I waited until like a month or so ago to buy this trailer for the same price I paid for this trailer, I could have had the one that Boosted had. I could have had one better than the one Boosted has for less money than what I paid for this one.
Damn.
Yeah, but see, you know, if you,
I didn't know prices were going to start dropping. And there was one in Georgia that I really wanted, and it was a 28-foot a gooseneck. So it's like 28 foot of flat floor before the gooseneck. So it was like they consider that like a 34-footer.
dude, I'm telling you, for those who's never had a gooseneck trailer, if you ever go gooseneck, you'll never want to go back to another one.
I never knew what it was like to have a bumper pull until I used my buddies. We only ever had a gooseneck because my dad hauled hay.
God,
Man,
so nicer.
goosenecks are awesome to pull, man. God, they're so good.
I want a roof mount trailer with a VW Beetlebug.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, dude, have you ever seen
I
that
just
little
wanted
gold
the-
bug?
The little trailer, the bug spins under.
Dude, that is so
That was
awesome,
cool.
man.
I don't know who posted that, but I just saw
Oh.
a short on that recently.
I've had pictures of that for 30 years. Those old bugs, man, they used to have that shit. It was normal.
Yeah.
Well,
Old,
nothing's
what
normal
they say,
anymore.
old hippie druggy things or something,
Yeah.
Nothing's normal anymore.
right?
New normal, right?
Nothing
Everything's
surprises me anymore.
Everything's
Yeah, me
expensive.
either.
Too much crazy shit.
Everything's expensive, and all the banks are shutting down.
Well, some cat just got his ass
One of
tore up. I feel sorry for that little cat. I ain't lying. I'm just standing here listening. All of a sudden, some cats got in a fight. One of them cats got their ass lit up.
Was it
over here.
cats or was it possums?
Hell no, it was cats.
Because they sound about the same.
Well, it might have been possums, but I don't know. There's a bunch of stray cats running around here, man. It
Possums
seems
are
like
really loud. I know that. They sound like
Oh.
cats.
Did you talking about possums? Did you guys know that possums almost never get fucking rabies?
Yeah.
No.
And they eat
Almost
snakes.
never. You will almost never ever see. It's like, I think they said the percentage of, I think it's like a 98% chance that you will never see a possum with rabies. They're very, very, very fucking immune to it. It's like they can get bit by another animal that has rabies and their body won't allow them to get it.
Well, the thing of it is, they also eat ticks.
What's that got
Do
to do with it?
ticks help stop the rabies?
No, they eat ticks. Ticks are not good for you
They
because
eat
if you
'em.
get around you, you get,
They eat them, but they also eat snakes too.
I've
Yeah.
never had a problem with possums. I
possum eat anything. I seen one.
You want possums? They eat
Oh,
the damn
no, they
snakes.
were just
Dude,
talking
I seen a
about
possum. I seen a possum come by my back door one day. That motherfucker had a frog in his mouth.
I've
was
heard
like,
those
that's-
things will eat copperheads.
The only time I didn't like possums was when I lived in a trailer, in a single wide trailer, and I had two of them living under my house that would fight constantly, and they made so much damn noise.
Hey, you gotta watch them though. Them some bitches can be mean, dude.
Oh yeah, don't corner them.
My aunt, my uncle just passed away a couple weeks ago, and at the funeral, she told the possum story. I'd never heard it. She told it in front of everybody. So my uncle was from Brooklyn, so he's always lived in the city. They didn't live in the city; they lived kind of in town, so he didn't know much about animals. My aunt said he came home one day. He had the dog always sat at the door, and the dog was going nuts that day when he came to the door, and he opens the door. He was like, "Hey, Bev, what's this?" It was a possum playing possum. He thought it was dead. And she says, put that thing down. As soon as she said it, it woke up and took off through the house. She said
Oh,
it was
shit.
45 minutes with a broom trying to get it out the door. Then once they got it out, my aunt says, don't ever bring one of them here. She said, have you never heard the saying, playing possum? It's because possums really do that. They play dead. Uncle had no idea.
I watched a video the other day, a short with somebody checking a possum who was playing dead on like their food or something, and he goes up there and starts touching it, and it like moved its mouth a little bit. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought. You're still good.
That one I passed in the middle of the road today, he was playing dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker
He was
wasn't
in the
moving.
middle of the road. He might not have been playing.
Oh, he wasn't playing. That son was dead as shit.
Yeah.
The worst thing about a possum is they're so damn ugly.
No, man, I'm telling you.
They are ugly.
They're no raccoons, but I'd rather have a possum around than a raccoon, even though raccoons are cuter.
Yes,
I just-
I'm reading the chat.
Yeah,
I think possums
They're-
are just, I think possum are just mini fucking dinosaurs. Creepy looking some bitches.
I don't mind them. If they're just walking around, they bother me.
Like I said, man, because we get a lot of Lyme disease up here and stuff like that. So possums eat ticks. It's a good thing.
Yeah, possums eat ticks, and that is a great thing.
Dude, we got all kind of ticks down here in Georgia. Holy shit, you walk through the woods, them motherfuckers gonna fall on you.
We got a lot
Yeah,
of-
I was so used to not having to worry about ticks when I lived in Washington, and we'd go camping. You just didn't have to worry about them.
Shit,
Now-
you gotta worry
now
about them down here, buddy.
But
Man.
well, it's starting to change. It's starting to become a problem up there now due to changing weather patterns.
Yeah,
Son
I
of a
mean, yeah.
Go ahead, Gary.
When I was a kid, you didn't have to worry about them, but anymore they're bad news.
Man,
In
I'm
North
telling you, them
Carolina, I
bastards,
didn't have to worry about them as a kid. I used to get them on me all the time.
Yeah.
dude, they just fall.
you know,
You just walk through the woods, they just fall off the damn trees right on you. Next thing you know, you got ticks all over your ass.
Well, you know,
Walked across my property,
Mom's
picked up
daddy.
3 of them.
so I have a scar on the head of my weenie, and my mom says because when I was a kid, I had a tick embedded in my weenie head. She had to burn it out with a lighter.
That sucks.
Fucking weenie.
She said I was like 2 years old, and she said, you always like to run around out in the front yard with no clothes on, and one time it was a problem.
That's your own fault, man.
Nah, that's kind of how she made it feel. So,
Yeah, you know, you probably still do that too, don't you?
do I run around in the front yard with no clothes on?
Yeah, you probably
I probably would if I could get away with it.
tick on
I
it.
guarantee you, if he gets a damn tick on the head of his weenie again, he won't tell us about it.
I probably would.
Yeah, knowing you probably would. You're right.
Yeah, I probably would. Hey, last week, guys, I got a tick on the head of my Peter.
Possums look like that, Eddie.
He's gonna come on live one night. Look.
Well, you know, Carmine, they say you are what you eat.
Carmine said that tick is a dick.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They do say you are what you eat. So
You know, I'm curious to ask Mark. Mark, do you guys have a problem with ticks up there in Canada? Knowing how cold your climate always is and shit like that, do you guys have a problem with that shit up there?
Out there in the summer.
I'm just curious if they would have problems with them up there.
Hang
We
on,
do
a
in New
tick,
York.
the cold don't affect the tick. The only thing they do is go dormant in the wintertime.
Yep.
But it don't affect them.
I don't know what it was about Washington for years. We didn't have to worry about ticks. I mean, I never got one. Never had a problem with them. And then in the last couple of years I was living there, people were talking about, their dogs getting ticks more than they had ever done before. And it's just weird that they just started moving into the area.
But
Well, I'm telling you right now, vets are proud of them tick pills, brother, because they charge the shit out of you for
It's
them. Now.
not the vets charging for them; it's the companies that make them.
Yeah, but I have to pay the vet. I don't pay the company. I pay the vet.
91 says we have ticks like crazy.
Damn. I just wouldn't think y'all would have them up there. I guess them son bitches are resilient, man. I guess-
No, dude. Hey, it's hard to kill a tick.
Yeah, it is hard to kill them.
yeah, dude, you got to set them son bitches on fire until they explode.
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
just if you catch them on the floor or something, just smashing them is a pain in the ass.
Yep.
It's hard to do. Yeah, they
That's
do
why.
carry on.
That's why stupid fast truck. That's why I said you can't kill possums because they eat ticks.
What's the other thing I was that they have that some ticks have something that it could make you allergic to meat?
Red meat. Yeah, it's a spotted tick, like a red spotted tick or something. And yeah,
It's some disease they carry.
yeah, I don't remember what the disease is, but they said that it a couple years back they said that it was moving close to Kansas. They thought that breed of them might infiltrate Kansas, but
I didn't even think it was a breed. I thought it was just, but from what I understand, it made it so you couldn't eat pork, beef, or like lamb and goat.
no red meat. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't consider pork red meat, but it's apparently is according to that.
Well, I know that here on the news they were saying all red meats. So
Well, there's lunatics everywhere, Mike.
So you know that the Lyme disease is. Have you ever heard the saying that people down in the South are stupid, or they're dumber down in the South and stuff like that?
Never heard that.
Hold on now. Where you get
Let
that?
me
I ain't never
finish.
heard that shit.
I have
Let me finish.
a little
So-
slow.
Huh?
Explain
They're
it
a little
slower.
slow in the South.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
the way
they
of
say
life.
that there's. Okay, so there's always been a saying that the people in the South are dumber, slower, more mentally challenged, that kind of stuff. Well, they say it's actually because of ticks and some military fucking thing that had a lot to do with the Lyme, and a whole lot of people ended up with Lyme disease. And it was never checked, and that is actually the reason what it actually connects to.
You're dumbass.
Well, I mean, yeah, and then there was another thing too. There's another specific zone, area, whatever you want to call zip code, where like all the humans have ringworm and hookworm because they walk around barefoot all the time. And so they always have ringworm, like generations of family members having ringworm and hookworms because of walking around barefoot nonstop. And this is still a issue. And I'm trying to remember where the hell it was at. It was in the fucking South. I don't remember where.
So
I don't remember if it was Georgia, Alabama, but I know it was something like that.
alpha-gal syndrome (AGS) is also called alpha-gal syndrome allergy, red meat allergy, or tick bite meat allergy is a serious, potentially life-threatening allergic reaction. So it's AGS. Makes you allergic to meat.
Yeah,
Since
no-
you're playing on Google, Mach 1, look up the Lyme disease, hookworm, fucking ringworm thing about people in the South and the stereotype about people in the South being dumber.
That's an old school thing.
Holy shit! Salty's picture came up.
That's fucked up, Mach
Just
1.
now showed up.
Did the
He has
picture have
got a
middle
slow
finger?
phone, doesn't he?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that hurts. Fuck. That's wrong, Mach 1.
So Lyme disease.
You motherfuckers are cruel. Y'all do this shit when I got my phone on mic and I can't respond back on mute.
So Lyme disease. What was that again? Fort Blue Gage?
Something, I don't remember exactly, but something about Lyme disease and some company fucking with, maybe it was military experiment or a company experiment or something. And it made like half of a state in the South somewhere, like they claim it made them dumber because they had Lyme disease and it was never treated. And it got passed down to family members and shit.
Oh.
That would suck. Hey, Salty, you were on mute. Did you have a good comeback at least?
He's on mute again.
He's muted himself because I didn't do it. Just like Sublime. Sublime must have muted himself because he's probably.
Family's battle with Lyme disease ends in a deep tragic. Okay.
I got Lyme disease. It's really hard to get rid of.
Do you?
You don't get rid of it.
Oh shit! So I'm stuck with green cars the rest of my life.
Yeah. Now that's a good one.
That was good.
It's not showing up anything.
I'll see if I can find it. I do a lot. I read a lot, and I go down rabbit holes and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I do too sometimes, but I don't. I try not to.
All right, so hang on. Here's one right here. Really, dude? Get away from me.
Hey, Rattle Trap.
How a worm gave the South a bad name.
That might be it.
For more than 3 centuries, a plague of unshakable blanket to the American South. It began as a ground itch, a pricky, tingling, and tender web between the toes, which soon follows a dry cough. Weeks.
What's up, bro? Trap?
The culprit behind this term is the laziness of the southern affliction of the sometimes called the nectar in Americus.
The nectar of the gods.
Yes. Blood-sucking, gut-eating, Texas wild Virginia hookworms. Texas too.
Hookworms. Hate those things.
Every time I hear blood sucking, I always think of that guy
So
from the
the
movie.
hookworms is the one that made them dumb.
While the South eventually rid itself of the hookworms, those parasites cost the region decades of development and breed widespread of mesiconitin about the people who live there. Yes, hookworm has not been defeated for a good 2 days. Hundreds of millions of people in dozens of nations in the world suffer from hookworm infection. The Southern experience measured in this both to success of pitfalls can also blueprint how I seek and push this American murderer.
Who's Dimples, Rattletrap?
That shit's pretty fucking bad, dude.
Yeah, so it was the whole stereotype. I'm sure somebody else has heard of it, that the people in the South are dumb and slow and well, it's actually was true, and it was because of a fucking hookworm disease that they got, and they didn't know about it because they walked barefoot all the time, and it went, you said 3 centuries, so that's fucking 300 years.
Armageddon, Super Fast, was the movie that I was thinking of. The guy that first discovers a meteor.
100 years, ain't it? Yeah.
And gets to name the meteor. And he's like, I want to name it after my wife.
Yeah, we're from Kansas. We're dumb anyway, so.
Never mind.
Sorry, Sublime.
It's all good,
Spit
bro.
it
It's all
out.
good. Go ahead, man. It's all good.
Spit it out. I was done talking. Here, I'm muted now.
I was pretty much done, so it's all good.
Were you saying Armageddon, or wasn't it the other one?
Yeah, you guys were talking about blood sucking a minute ago, and I said every time I hear that phrase, I think of that guy that's sitting there with the big telescope, is the first one that discovers the meteor, I think it is. And he's like, this means I get to name the meteor, right? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I want to name it after my wife, because just like this meteor, it's a blood-sucking leaf that'll suck the life right out of you.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that Armageddon, or was it the other one?
I think it was Armageddon.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it was Armageddon.
Okay. I haven't seen Armageddon in a while, and the only thing I remember is the space stuff and the miners, being crazy, and
Yeah, Super Fast. That's it.
Deep Impact. Yeah, that's the other one I was trying to think of, because they came out like really right around the same time. Horrible.
Yeah, That movie had some really good comedy with Steve Buscemi and I forgot the black guy that was the big muscle guy, pound guy. He was hilarious in that movie.
Yeah, the guy was it the guy from Green Mile or the other one?
Yeah,
That wasn't Michael
He was
Clark
in that
Duncan, was it?
also.
I don't think so.
No, then it
Wasn't
was,
Armageddon the one with Tommy Lee Jones?
No,
yeah, he was in it.
no.
No,
Wasn't Tommy
well,
Lee
that
one of
was-
the guys that trained him? No, it wasn't. That was that other
No,
guy.
Tommy Lee Jones was in Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys. Okay, yeah. My
No,
brain.
but the big guy was in Armageddon, and he was in
That other movie with Bruce Willis, I think.
no, it was the
Fifth Element?
what was it, The Eighth Mile or Walking a Mile or
Green Mile.
yeah, his name was John Coffey, was a character he played.
Yeah, it's
Green
Michael
Mile?
Clark Duncan,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Oh, then it was Michael Clark Duncan.
He's dead now.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
In Armageddon. Oh, Bruce. I'm so sad about Bruce Willis, though. That's just sad. We'll never.
what
have
happened
another
with Bruce Willis?
He's got dementia,
Real
and
bad.
he had before that he had aphasia, so he's got both.
No kidding.
All right.
Just was scrolling Facebook, and as you said that, I'm looking at that.
So here you go, Ford Blue Gauge. The entire class of Southern society, including whites, blacks, and Native Americans, that looked upon as shiftless, lazy, good for nothing, who can't do a day's work. My mom explained to me, hookworms tainted the nation's picture of what Southern looked and acted like.
Yep.
Say what?
Yeah, I
So
know.
in other words, they were worthless, and they would fucking, instead of getting out of bed to poop, they'd do shit in the bed and kick it out with their feet.
I knew Bama was good for nothing.
And it was because of a disease that they didn't know that they fucking had.
Yeah,
It was the hookworm. Yes.
and they walked
And
around.
it was. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it was the hookworm. I mean, they got hooked to their feet and stuff like that. And then the women would get the parasites, and they would lay thousands of eggs inside the women. And when they had the babies and stuff like that, they would come out freaking dumb.
And then, like you said when you read it a little bit ago, nearly 3 centuries. That's almost 300 years.
Since
It
the
is,
17th century to the 20th century.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a big fucking deal.
Wow.
It's a huge deal.
And then if you look up the thing about the Lyme disease fucking taking out and fucking up people for generations too, I'm starting to think that that's somewhere up north, like closer to what, New York and Pennsylvania area, somewhere in
Oh, it's
there.
up on the Upper Peninsula and everything. These people, I'm telling you, they get the Lyme disease, they go blind. You know, I mean, it's
horrible.
people get pretty sick, man.
Lyme disease ain't nothing to joke about. It's sad that there's so many things in this world trying to kill us.
But the bad thing is half of it's coming from, I'd say half to more than half. Fuck it. We'll say somewhere around 3/4 is because of the shit that pharmaceutical companies and the government and all that shit fucking experimenting with.
Gary, you started reading that shit, dude, and I was in the kitchen making me a cup of coffee. I died fucking laughing. My mom was like, "What the fuck are you laughing at?"
So people talk about the drug trade and bringing cocaine into the United States.
Cocaine.
Coca-Cola is the number one importer of cocaine. Still till this day, they are legally bringing cocaine into the United States. Legally till this day.
Well, the thing
Yeah,
about
because that's what they put inside their fucking soft drinks.
They don't put the drug inside no more. They take the cocaine leaf, the cocoa leaf or whatever, the cocoa bean, and they extract the cocoa flavor out of it. And then they sell the rest of it to the pharmaceutical companies because of the narcotics
But
for the
thing
drugs
is
for the
that-
hospitals and shit.
See, back in the day, They use cocaines for dentists, doctors, everything.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It
Good
used
stuff,
to be
man.
drug of choice for medical.
Yep. Kind of like
Novocaine. I read somewhere in all that shit. Novocaine that your doctors use is directly derived from cocaine that came over from Coca-Cola.
I have an allergic reaction to Novocaine and lidocaine. So I
have allergic reaction to cocaine. I get fucked up.
Novocaine, but most dentists don't use Novocaine anymore because
Never tried it.
a lot of people have allergic reactions to Novocaine.
Did you have issues with cocaine?
I tried cocaine one time and it did
I never
nothing
tried
for me. I mean, literally nothing.
I never had issues with cocaine. It was always readily available.
Yeah.
Same here. I took a lot
I
of.
tried it once and it didn't. I mean, I didn't get anything from it. So it's kind of like me drinking caffeine and doing any kind of upper. They don't really do anything for me. They just kind of mellow me out.
Damn, stupid fast truck.
You mix all your Play-Doh together, it usually turns out brown.
Uh-huh.
You got a damn allergic reaction to candy canes?
No, because candy cane isn't spelt like that, thankfully. Because if it was, I wouldn't be able to eat them.
No, I used to do a form of cocaine all the time back in the day when I drove trucks. I used to do crank like a bastard.
It's like that old joke from Robin Williams where he's, the Indian guy going, "Oh, American, you're still our land. We give you monkey for your back."
Like I said, I'm guilty, dude. I used to do a lot of crank back when I was driving a truck. I had to, man. I had to stay awake, dude.
You don't eat it.
It tickled the bubbles tickled my nose when I snorted it.
I had to stay awake, dude.
Well, you don't have to do that anymore because they limit you on how much you can drive now.
Shit,
He said Sublime used to have a coke problem.
I was watching a truck driver on the short today, and he was in New Jersey, and like every truck in the parking lot had 2 tickets on it. One for running, one for idling their engine, one for idling their engine, the other one for staying over 10 hours.
100% right there, stupid fast truck. Crank was the drug of truck drivers. 100%.
But if you got a mandatory to where you got to stop, what are you supposed to do?
Well, they were there for over 10 hours. They're not allowed to be there for more than 10 hours. But they're also not allowed to engines anymore in New Jersey. They're not legally allowed to sit there and idle their engines while they're there.
So they're not allowed to do it here in Michigan anymore either.
See, the driving 10-hour things you can still get away with.
No. I'm talking stop for 10 hours. If they're there for more than 10 hours, they were getting tickets. And he looked at one of the tickets, and it was like $200 worth of tickets.
Believe it or not, you can still use paper logbooks too. Everything's not digital.
A lot of
depends on the truck if you have a glider or not.
I thought it depends on the year of the truck.
Definitely, 100% depends on the year of the truck.
If you have an older one or you have a glider, you can still right now go buy a 2023 glider and run no electronic fucking logbook on it because it comes with no engine and training, and you can put an older style engine in a N14 Cat or 3603 Cat, N14 Cummins. If you put something old school in it, it doesn't have all the computer, and you're allowed to run fucking paper logbook.
I know. I've seen that. Started laughing there. Sublime.
Well, if you do that Ford Blue, you don't have to put DEF and all that other shit, the urea and all that crap.
Right. There's a lot of reasons to go with a glider. The problem is if you get one of the new trucks that's a glider, they're fucking expensive, and it still puts you under some of the new rules, but it doesn't put you under all of the new rules. So that's why you're starting to see, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but you're starting to see more and more of the old school trucks on the road, the old square body trucks and shit. You're starting to see a lot more of them. Hell, I'm even seeing flat nose ones on the road.
The only problem with those Blue is if it's a certain year, they won't let the trucks are not allowed in California.
Barbecue Mike said you can idle your truck if you have a health condition or a pet, and they can't do anything to you.
That's right. because a lot of people still got to run their
If they
CPAP
don't know
machines
that
and
you
shit
have
like
a
that.
health condition or a pet, and they give you a ticket while you're sleeping, you got to deal with it.
You just
Very
have your dog bite him.
But it was funny though. The guy was in this parking lot, and like every single truck had 2 tickets on its window. Every one. And they
Damn,
were
Rattle Trap. That's funny as
plus
fuck.
trucks that he walked out.
Give me a second. My Uber crack delivery's here. Hold on.
Yeah, and see, my problem is I've sat in my truck at rest areas.
You didn't need it.
In my truck, I'll sit it and leave it idling because it's a diesel. It'll idle fine for all night and keep me warm when it's cold out. You know, I'm not going to turn it off if I'm sleeping in my truck.
That's why you're smart. Don't go to a truck stop. Pull in a rest area. Sit there and idle all
just
night
as
long.
bad. In some places, they're just as bad at rest areas.
Around here, they pull into Walmarts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd rather go to Walmart than a rest area. Don't you have a better chance of someone messing with you if you're in a rest stop?
In Washington,
But not nowadays. It don't matter. At least the rest stop's out in the middle of nowhere.
But if you're 24-hour Walmart, as long as it's not a horrible area,
No.
you should be in better shape.
Hell, where is there a 24-hour Walmart anymore?
Since
Hell, all of them closed now.
2019, Walmarts are no longer 24 hours in most places.
Oh, that's right. All this COVID shit.
Yeah.
Not
Well, it
just
used to
that.
be.
Not even just that. They've caught human trafficking people, snatching people out of fucking Walmart parking lot in broad daylight.
Well,
There's
I
people
worry about
cutting cats off in broad daylight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason
Right in the
why I
middle of the
say
fucking
that,
day in Walmart parking lots. You think
Battery
it matters
operated
if you're trying to
Sawzalls,
sleep
mate.
in the middle of the night?
the reason why I say that is when I was traveling and I had my my Class 8 motorhome, I would just pull into Walmart at nighttime and fire up the gen and just go to sleep, and nobody would mess with you.
But
That's about the truth, 91. That is about the truth.
You take a Cadillac converter off of a diesel semi or a diesel truck, the big ones, you get up to fucking $2,500, $3,000 for one.
All day long.
Damn.
And I completely agree with 91LX. 2023 crack identifies as vitamin C.
Yeah. I gotta say though, if you come after my Cadillac converters, there's only like 2 of my cars that have them. For one, 2. You better hope I'm nowhere around.
Well,
Right.
I mean, if they're trying to take
Pinks,
it, all
they're
you gotta
so
do
good
is-
at that shit now. You can go inside of a
Nowhere
store.
around.
I'm saying you can run inside of a store and
If
grab
I
you a
would have had
Coke
somebody
and a
doing
bag
it
of
to somebody
chips.
else's car, they're gonna hope I don't see them.
All I can say is they're so fast
I
now.
would stomp
They can
their
jump up
head.
under there with a damn battery operated Sawzall.
Yep, I know what
And
they're doing.
when
But
you come
I
out of that
would
store,
stop
your shit's
somebody
sitting there
from
like
doing
nothing
somebody
happened.
else's
Crank it
car.
up. That bit sounds like a dump truck.
Hey,
I would.
Salty, all you got to do is if you see him underneath, just put the car in drive.
Hey,
I'd rather do it with my boot.
Lady,
personally.
listen, lady, she was sleeping in her car and she heard something, got scared, started the vehicle up and pulled away and ran the guy over.
Good
Perfect.
for her.
Yeah, I bet she's going to jail for fucking involuntary fucking vehicle or manslaughter.
Nope.
I don't remember if she went to jail or not, but the police were definitely there on it.
Oh, I'm
You
sure
know,
they
if you're
were.
driving here in
I mean,
Kansas, if you're
he
driving
wasn't
down,
going to get up and run away.
So
Yeah.
couldn't you say temporary insanity because she was woken up from a sleep, she was disorientated, didn't know what was going
I
on?
don't know. I don't know if she went to jail or not, but I do know that she was actually living in her car and she was sleeping and she felt something and heard something, so she got up, got scared, started the car up and went to drive off and ran the guy over. Now, if she went to jail or not, I don't remember.
Now,
She
I mean,
shouldn't have
if
went to
you-
jail.
If somebody like that went to jail, then this system is so fucked up.
No, she should have been made a fucking hero.
Yeah.
But
in
the
my book.
system is fucked up.
I mean, the only way that I could see that she gets in trouble is if she ran him over, backed up, and did it again. I mean, the
Yeah.
second time that might be bad.
No shit, Rattle Trap. Bottle glue.
First time you get a mulligan, second time running
Well,
him
he's
over.
still
that's,
moving,
you know.
backing this shit up.
How old are you, Rattletrap? So the big thing back in the day was the orange tube of model glue, like fucking, like 91 said. Hell yeah, it had the toluene in it.
Oh God, that stuff was so bad. I didn't do it on purpose, but I built many models.
I built
by the
many
time I was
models, and I
done-
never meant to get high, but I'm not gonna say I wasn't always
Exactly.
high.
Didn't mean to do it. He's 15. Rattletrap's 15.
No, he's not.
That's what he just said. He's 15.
Well,
He
he's
has a
32.
Fox body Mustang. He
built
ain't no
models-
15.
He built
What I
model
just
cars.
said.
He's
Read what he
32,
said.
but mentally 15.
I'm going with the mental age here.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the count. Okay.
Stupid fast
Yeah,
truck.
he's
said he
definitely
used to put
15
that
mentally.
shit in a paper bag.
Oh, yeah. We've seen Ford Blue Gauge get high on spray paint, and I've done it to myself before too. But now I usually try and open a door and wear a respirator. I've done it before.
Hey,
I know that I've had like whatever color paint it was. I've been blowing boogers that color for like days.
Hey, I
Is that-
never meant to fucking get high on the paint. I'm just gonna say that I might have been
It'll
high.
happen. When you smell fresh air and you realize how fucked you are.
So this right here,
Right.
the woman had fallen asleep in her SUV in a retail parking lot on Tuesday as she was woken up by the sounds of sawing underneath her. The Los Angeles Police County Sheriff Department says she turned on the vehicle and backed out of the parking space and felt a bump. She immediately called 911 to get the man medical help, and he was transported to the hospital where he was dead. The victim turned her vehicle on, put it in reverse, heard the thump, and stopped the vehicle. And she saw that there was a suspect underneath the car and had been ran over by her car.
Yep, she
Well,
didn't
you,
get
you know what happened, right? He didn't get no crack out of them damn converters.
Well, she was, like I said, it was an SUV. It was a lifted SUV.
Oh,
And the guy, and it woke her. She heard it, and it woke her up and scared her. She went to back out and backed out on top. And when she stopped, the tire was still on the guy.
Well, he got
Nice.
justice.
Hey, Zach, don't do that, dude. That is not good, man.
No, it is not good.
What's
Yeah,
that?
don't do that. That is not a good thing.
Brain.
It's holy shit. Don't use spray paint unless you're in a well ventilated area and you have a painting mask on.
Yeah. I have a respirator made just for that. And I need to
So
get
there was
I need to get some new filters for it.
So there was a guy that I worked with, right? So we was looking for him, couldn't find him. So I said, well, he probably went back there in the computer room and passed out because, it was cool. They had air conditioning in there. So I went in there and I opened up the fucking door, and here he was laying on the floor, man. Had black paint all up his nose, on the side of his face. He just got done snorting a can of black paint.
After painting those wheels in my garage that night, I think I blew red boogers for like 2 weeks.
I know.
Oh, I bet.
It's so bad.
It was
Last
horrible.
time I did it, it was blue. Last time I did it without a respirator, I had blue paint.
So there's still, I've cleaned the garage and fucked around in the garage so much, there's still red dust everywhere.
Oh, God.
So let me ask, you guys probably know what? So I just found a 1970 Fairlane, but it's a Fairlane 500. Was there two different Fairlanes in 70?
No,
Yeah.
It was actually a Torino, but they called some of the Torinos Fairlanes.
That's what it looks like.
It's not a bad looking car, in my opinion.
70, there was a Fairlane, but it wasn't. There was a Fairlane and a Fairlane 500, but neither one of them were special in 70, if I remember right.
They were just looked like a Torino with a different grill in them.
Okay.
Yep.
Not bad
And
little
if I remember, if you pulled this up the other day, and if I remember right, wasn't the regular Fairlane only 4-door?
I think so.
Yeah, there was something the other night.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
That's why we knew the answer because we've already looked it up, Nate. You're
My
Maybe
bad.
I won't
like
be
a
on
week
record
ago
anymore.
or 2 weeks ago.
Nate, you need to catch up.
I got to make sure I get on more streams.
You're
You're
hanging
slacking,
around.
bro.
You're hanging around with Brelsford, and I think it's dumbing you down.
Well,
Yeah.
you're never going to learn anything old about old cars hanging around.
Oh,
You got to come
boy.
in here with all of us old fucks to find out that kind of shit.
That's why I asked.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, look at the age demographic in here. You got 3 guys, well, basically 4 guys on the panel that are over 50.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then we got Super Fast Truck, who's older than 70 in the chat, and I'm just fucking with you, the Super Fast Truck. So.
Did you? Let's see here. You want to hear something funny, Salty?
What's that?
I just got your damn picture.
Oh, did you? Damn, I said that's so much a half hour ago.
Somebody had put that fender on that Ranger. That's not the fender.
Yeah, I know. But you see what I'm talking about? How crinkly it is right behind the front headlight.
Yeah.
That's why I want another fender. I'm not even going to try to straighten that shit out.
I think it'd be fixable, but that's up to you.
Yeah, but $40 or $50 for a new fender. I mean, hell.
That is not the right fender. Somebody put that fender on that Ranger.
Yeah, you see the passenger. Have you got the picture of the other, like the door, the passenger door?
Well, I don't know about it.
See, because I can fix the door I looked at. I can fix the door. That's not going to be a problem.
It just looks like a tire ran up on it or something.
I'm kind of thinking it's either a jack fell or something, and the tire went up inside the fender well. Because if you look at the way it's bowed, that's what it looks like.
Right.
Yeah, see, I can fix the door. That's not a problem on the door. Because I looked at it, the fender didn't go backwards; it went up. You know what I mean? So I just think either it fell off a jack or some bullshit like that, and the tire went up inside the fender well.
It's sad to think with all the older cars I've owned that the oldest car I own now is a 2014.
No, Zach, you don't understand. I'm not a Bondo person. I will replace body panels before I use Bondo. I don't like Bondo.
And Bondo, I know how to. I learned years ago how to fix things like that from a guy who did it, and he didn't use a lick of Bondo. He used a lot of hammers and a lot of handwork.
Body.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there, 91. And Super Fast Truck, you're right. That fender's fucked. Yeah, for the right person, they could fix that fender, but I'm nobody man at all.
If it were let's say it were a 1930s to 50s car, yeah, then I'd fix it.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, because, you're looking for a needle in a haystack at that point. You know what I mean?
If it was a 2022 GT500, I'd probably fix it the right way.
Not me. I would just claim it on Sublime Insurance because they're used to it already, and I'll let his insurance pay for it.
Made out of like fiberglass or something, so you can't really fix it that well.
Well, not
Right.
the radiator core support's not. That bitch is carbon fiber.
Yeah, but a quarter panel is fucking steel.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
He had the quarter
Oh,
panel
yeah.
cut out and pieced back together, and the right body guy could have fucking body dollied it and pulled it out without any cutting or welding.
Yeah.
Since my brain doesn't work very good, Mr. Gary, what was the name of that place you told me to look for?
Sherman
Parts
and
at-
Associates.
Okay,
Sherman
now I'm gonna look for them right
and
now.
Associates.
Hey,
Crackheads
you
are
can
all.
also look on, hey, a while back, I looked on eBay and got
I have had cars where I went in thinking they were nice, and I went in to do some work on the paint and found out I had like 2 inches of Bondo.
Ooh.
Or Bondo that was the fiberglass Bondo that had patched a hole in a fender.
How'd you know it was 2 inches? What'd you measure it with?
Well, my penis, of course.
That's what I thought.
So let me get this straight. The steel was diluting the Bondo.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
It wasn't. I was exaggerating on the 2 inches. It was. But it
Damn.
was a lot of Bondo, and then another spot on it. It was a hole that they'd filled with Bondo and backed it with some duct tape or something and filled it with Bondo and let it set. And, you know, it looked good, but you hit a couple of bumps, it's falling out.
Damn, Mr. Gary, you got a link to that place? Because all I can find is damn residential and commercial properties. And
What year is that Ranger?
88.
Is it 88 or 89?
88.
It's probably a late.
It identifies as an 89.
So you can get that fender, but you see must be a late 88 because the 89, the 85 to 88 are the same, or 83 to 88 are the same. 90 is the one like you got.
Yeah,
89 to 92. So that must be
according to LMC truck, it's either like 82 to or 83 to 90 or something, 92.
No,
or
it's
something
83.
like that.
It's 83 to 88, 89 to 92. So you can get the fender on eBay for $100.36. Free shipping.
Yes, that's what I was trying to say. eBay for about $100.
Well, if Mr. Gary's got one in his yard, hopefully I can get it for half that price.
Oh, okay. I just looked at the front end of that.
But I heard you say it, Blue Gauge. That's why I looked on eBay.
But you got
And Barbecue Mike, you do not have to be scared of eBay. You just have to pay attention to who you're buying from and pay attention to how long they've been a member, what kind of feedback they have, and how good of a reputation they have. Are a couple of things. You never buy shit from somebody that doesn't accept PayPal. If it says we do not accept PayPal, you automatically say I'm not buying shit from them people.
I blocked
And that's a
them.
true story.
I blocked those sellers.
Oh, one other thing with that. Make sure if it says box only, you ain't buying it. People take whatever that it is and sell just the box, and it'll have it the price of the whole thing.
And it will say in the fucking description, box only.
Yeah, like I've seen people get pissed off because I bought PlayStations, you know, PS4s, PS5s, Xboxes. Said box only, and that's all they got.
I didn't know that. I'm glad you said that.
And I saw something. I saw that one guy spent like $1,500 for a PS5 box only.
Yep.
The dumbass didn't read, and he thought he was getting a PS5, and he got a box.
I guess I never thought about the general public being that dumb. I always wondered. I'm like, who's selling a box for like $500? Are these people?
There are dumbass people
I
out
forgot
there
about
that
the general
don't know
public
how to
being dumb.
read.
I have never ever seen that.
I've never.
You're also preying on the elderly and on the stupid. And, you know.
Stupid.
Are you saying
Well,
I'm
the
stupid?
elderly
I've
too,
never seen
because,
it?
you know.
Me and
Super fast
eBay.
truck. I'm looking at that, but that actually looks like a F-150 fender.
No.
So I have been. It's basically a miniature F-150 at that body style, but I have been rocking and rolling, buying and selling on eBay for shit since
eBay began. Actually, is when I started eBay and stuff.
Yeah, probably. Fuck.
I don't sell anymore because it costs too much to sell, but I do buy from eBay still.
I
You
buy
gotta
and
sell when
sell
they're
on
giving
eBay
the-
all the time. Actually, just the other day, I spent $100 on eBay, and then I also just sold $100 of RC shit on eBay.
Hey,
But you got to be careful what it is. You got to be careful how you do your ads and stuff like that, because that's where eBay gets.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Mach 1. You have to sell it correctly to, like, if I sell something for $20, I have to pay $2 fee for selling it.
So I'll tell you what happened to me the other day. I sold something on eBay, and then I had a bid on it, but then I had a better bid here, and so I went ahead and sold it. When I canceled my eBay, they charged me $60.
Yep, they cheat.
Oh,
the final
shit.
selling fee. Yep.
That's what pissed me off about eBay the other day.
Yeah, you had it on there as an auction too, didn't you?
Yes.
That's why.
And I had bids on it.
God damn, that's expensive.
Yeah, and you had
You
bids
gotta
on it.
sell it,
So
otherwise you're paying
the
all the
trick,
fees.
the trick about when you pull it off, the no sell fee, is you have to put it on for a price and then also put it in for or best offer price. So for example, you got a center console for a 4i Fox and you want $200 for it. So you'll put it up for $250 plus shipping or best offer. And you'll weigh it and you'll put the shipping on there, say $68 anywhere in the continental US. So then they can offer you, so you got it for $250, but they can offer you $175 and you can decide to sell it or not. And then you can decide, fuck it, I don't want to sell it, and you can pull it off, and they don't charge you nothing.
See, that's where I screwed up at, because I put it on there and I had a buy it now price, but I didn't have no offer to make offer. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when I had the buy it now price, they put a bid on it, and then I canceled it because I had a guy out here buy it, which I made more money on the item outside of here than I would have on eBay. But still, the more money I made, I lost $60 of that money because I had to pay it to eBay.
Right. There's tricks in doing it. And not only that, but you can post 250 items per month for free.
Right.
And
See, I'm not an
you don't
educated
have to pay
buyer
anything
on
until it sells, and then it's only like 1.2% of whatever it sells for or something. So I sold something the other day for $18 and it was $1.80 or no. Yeah, it was $1.76 or something like that was the taxes and the fee that I had to pay on it.
Right. But see, the thing about it is that, like you said, though, when you're buying off of eBay, you really have to pay attention. You want to look at, the percentage of what they, they're good, bad, their negatives and stuff. And you got to do your research on it before you buy it. And I've never seen anybody sell just the box. I've never seen that.
Yeah, you can
I've never seen that either.
look through there and you can find DVD case. So a while back, I was looking for the whole box set of the Fall Guy stuff. And I found all the Fall Guy boxes only, no fucking discs.
Damn.
And they wanted like $300 for it. It was all of the it was the whole box set, but there was no shows inside. It was just the boxes.
That sucks.
That's kind of fucked up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's why people get bad. They get bad taste in their mouth about eBay. Oh, fuck that! No eBay for me, or eBay scares me. Shit like that, and it's because of they fucked off and didn't read the description and got screwed. They paid $300 for a box set with no DVDs, or $1,500 for a PS5 with just the box.
That would be fucked up.
That's when you buy a plane ticket and show up.
No, you got to look at it though. You kind of ask for it if you don't do your research and homework.
What's up, Junior?
Yep, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah, but if they're shady, they're shady. Someone needs to knock their lights out.
Yep.
I'm paying $300 for a box. I agree, man. He said, "You guys keep using eBay, fellas. They keep my lights on." He sells on eBay like I do. So, one of my old business partner's best friends, he was looking on eBay, and he found a really nice Harley Davidson. It was one of the bagger types, and I don't remember which one, but I do remember the photos. It was absolutely gorgeous. And he won the bid for like $8,500 for the bike, and he was super fucking excited. And he ended up giving the dude like $4,500 through a fucking not through PayPal and not through eBay. He ended up wiring the dude the money. And then the dude's like, "Okay, I'll meet you here." And then he showed up there. The dude with the bike never showed up. So then he goes back home. He had driven like 8 or 9 hours or something, and then turned around and drove 8 or 9 hours back. Then he got on eBay and threw a fucking fit with eBay, and eBay says, we do not have any transactions in our records of you paying that money. And he said, that's because I wired it to him. And eBay said, well, that's on you, buddy. You fucking just threw away the money. It has nothing to do with us because you didn't purchase it through us or through PayPal. So that's your bad.
Imagine that 9-hour drive home.
I
He's
do
probably
everything
like,
through PayPal because PayPal will get you your money back.
Yeah, they will.
Or when
Imagine
something
that-
happens way back when, they'll take your money from you too.
imagine that 9-hour drive back. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna fucking kill
PayPal
him.
stole $500 from me.
That 9-hour drive would have been like a 5-hour drive. I would have been pissed.
Yeah, no shit.
Now,
Okay,
I imagine he was pissed too. But what do you do about it after you done lost all that money? You know.
I have run into inaccurate descriptions on eBay. Like a guy selling, I bought my dad's side-by-side wheels, and he didn't know how to read offsets. Apparently, he had it like I can't remember. It was like positive and it needed to be negative, or vice versa. I can't remember now. It'd been too long ago. And I got him, and I'm like, we mount the tires up because we want them for Christmas. And I'm looking at them after we mount the tires. I'm like, those things are never going to fit on that buggy at all. And like, we put them on when it was all said and done, and they stuck out completely past the fenders. And I messaged the guys like, dude, do you know how to read offsets?
You're right. You're rolling on some dubs.
And he was like, yeah, why? I was like, well, these are wrong. You have it wrong in your description. Here it is. And he was like, well, send them back if you didn't mount them on tires. Otherwise, tough. I was like, well, I guess I ate that one. Won't make that mistake again.
Which the rules are, I mean, a lot of times you have to read the fine print. It says on these wheels that they will replace them if there's any damages to the wheels, as long as I don't mount tires. So it says inspect your wheels before you mount tires, because once tires are mounted, you own them.
Yep. And that was mine. That was on me.
Dude. But that's the thing. These companies get screwed like that so much, so they're just doing whatever to protect themselves.
Right.
They got to. You know what I mean? They have to do that.
We've had a bunch of shipping problems lately at work, and one was a $10,000 problem. And so everything we get in now, anything big or expensive or cabinets or whatever, they have to be inspected before we sign that slip from whoever delivered them. But right now, the $10,000 thing's a UPS, and they don't require a signature. They didn't require a signature on this, so it was dropped off. When we opened the box, the screen was smashed. We don't know if it can be fixed or not because we claimed it, and we're going through this big, huge thing right now because it's a product we needed, so we had to order another one to get it on the way, and they're like $10,000. They're not cheap, and you know, we could get screwed. Or my company.
Damn, dude, that Gary, that damn newsreel from IAA, that shit's made it onto YouTube already.
Yeah, it's what I showed you earlier.
That was on YouTube, Salty.
Oh, okay. Well, I was standing outside it. No, I'm sitting here looking at it now. Holy shit.
Yeah, well, that's what I showed you because Mark sent it to me, and that's what I showed you earlier.
Jacob, did you get your phone back yet?
No, I have to. That's my fault. I've been lazy.
So
you're being lazy.
Dancing Alone says, I don't put it on the buyer. A person lives their whole life and never imagined buying a box by accident. The seller is to the blame. Here's the deal. It's this way. I disagree with that because if you did not read, just like when you fucking signed in on your phone and you didn't read none of those disclaimers when you bought your fucking phone. You went down and you said, I accept and agree. You never read that shit.
Caveat emptor. Caveat emptor.
Yeah.
Let the buyer beware.
Let the buyer beware.
Yeah. Fucking, here's the deal. If you didn't read the fucking description and you bought a giant box of fucking dildos, that's on you. Period.
That'd be right up Sublime's.
Must be you, since you're the one thinking about it.
The way he always talks about fucking tube steak, dude, he's always got pecker on the brain. That's
because you're the one eating it.
Look, the way I feel about it is,
together. I'm wondering who's going to be pitching and who's going to be catching.
Well, I can promise you right now, Sublime will be the catcher. That's guaranteed.
Who's the
Yeah, but
squealer?
you'd have to get up out of milk crate, Salty.
That's okay. He's still gonna be catching, regardless.
So, one of my favorite comedians, he says, "Why do we put? We used to make things for regular people, and now we make things for stupid people."
Yep.
And like putting the fucking Coors can to where if it's cold, the fucking Blue Mountain shows up.
If
Can't
it's
you?
cold, I
He
can
said,
feel it.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's
why
cool.
can't
Though.
you
I
put
enjoy
your
that.
hand on it and feel it? Huh?
I like the Blue Mountain though. I think it's
Yeah, the
neat.
Blue Mountain's kind of cool. I will agree. It's kind of cool looking.
Blue, if
Okay,
you got a
but
second, man, go watch this real quick, and come back and give us your take on this because you worked at a salvage yard. That happened today, like 20 miles from me at my brother's job.
Oh, was he not
So-
in here when we talked about this?
No, he wasn't in
he
here yet.
said, why do you have to have flammable on a gas pump at the gas station? Doesn't everybody know that that shit's flammable?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
Unfortunately,
Are you fucking kidding?
they're no. I'm not
That,
kidding.
the
There are
general
people-
public
So-
are a bunch of idiots.
the general public
That's-
is so stupid that they would electrocute themselves in an instant. And don't say you walked away from it when you got electrocuted because you didn't.
Right.
I got electrocuted. No, you didn't. You got shot.
And that's what he's saying. That's what the comedian's saying is that we used to make things for regular people and now we make it for stupid people. Just
I
like on
think-
your fucking hair dryer. And why does your fucking toaster oven has a label on it that says do not put in water?
Because people are stupid. Personally, I
Yeah.
say get rid of all these labels and let the stupid people sort themselves out.
That's what he says. This comedian says it's not time to start hunting the people. We just take some warning labels on some shit and we sit back and watch what happens.
Until the bubbles
Population
stop.
gets smarter.
Until stuff.
Hey, you know, 91 cigarettes aren't bad for you. Smoking them is, but cigarettes themselves aren't bad for you.
You can look at them.
So then the other thing he says is that
Viable.
these big companies should have an "Are you shitting me?" defense.
Yeah.
Rattle Trap, was you in here earlier when we were talking about that? What happened at IAA today?
No, I don't think he was.
Damn it.
I know Blue wasn't in here, but Blue, I just posted that link in the chat. Take a second and go watch that and tell me what you think of that. Who at fault would you think that would be?
The hell,
I would
dude?
have to drop out
Right
off
here.
the panel to go watch that.
Well, you know what? Pinks can have 10, so he could probably bring that in.
I probably could, but it's a lot.
But it might
If it's on the
kick his,
YouTube channel,
it might
yes,
shut his panel down.
it might shut his panel down. It might be a good
Yeah.
idea on that too.
Well, anyway, at IAA today, you know the big front end loaders that move the cars?
Yep.
They run over a pedestrian and crushed her ass like a damn pancake.
That's the fucking pedestrian's fault.
No,
No, not
maybe
in
not.
not in this case. It's not because
Wasn't really
the
a
driver,
pedestrian.
I mean the yard set the car outside in the certain spot so the pedestrian can come get their personal belongings out of the car.
But she did have to walk in front of the fence or in front of the gate. I can almost bet that car was not right in front of the gate. Probably right.
Well,
next-
according to my brother, this like I said, this was his yard. He said cars are not supposed to be put in that parking lot at all for pedestrians. They have a barricaded off area in the yard that they're supposed to put the cars for pedestrians to go in that particular spot. So somebody had to give that operator permission to put that car out front in that front of that parking lot. So you got to find out. You got to figure out who's going to be at fault. Is it the manager of all the drivers, or is it the branch manager, or somebody gave him permission because the car wasn't supposed to be there?
I was taught look both ways before crossing the road, otherwise you'll get hit. So
Right. And duck when somebody's elbows out, and when you're walking down the street,
goes
you
back
got
to
to duck
stupidity.
and weave your head because the school bus mirror might catch your ear.
And you
Well,
said it's
my
a
whole-
front end loader. How did you not hear that?
Well, my
You
whole
know,
thing of it
yeah.
is is the gate is not open all the time. The gate is closed unless a loader is going in and out of the gate. So how could the pedestrian not hear the gate opening itself? You know what I mean?
Like
You're gonna hear that some bitch roll across that.
Four blue.
No, it's IAA.
What?
Insurance auto auction.
Like the one at Pull Apart, but big, probably the same size. That thing was huge.
Especially if Brailsford's driving that bus, you really got to make sure you look out for the mirrors.
Yeah, welcome back, Carmine.
So I'm a firm believer that if there's a fucking 50,000-pound machine and a person walking, the 50,000-pound machine has fucking right away.
No shit.
Well, especially when he's got a car on the front of his forks, you know damn good and well he can't see shit in front of him.
Automatically the pedestrian's fault, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And that is because I've worked in salvage yards off and on my whole fucking life. And you can't hardly see shit in certain situations. And it's not your fucking fault if you run some dumb fucked over when the tires are bigger than the person and you're not paying attention that tire is bigger than you. You're a dumb fuck.
Rattle Trap, the car was not in the back of the gate. It was in the parking lot.
Now,
So the loader brought whoever the loader driver was, don't know who it was, that brought the car out of the gate and set it in the parking lot.
So the thing is that if they brought that car out for that lady to get her goods out of it, and the guy hit the car with her in it and it hurt her, then it's the driver's fault. If she got behind this thing while it was moving, then that bitch, she's dead.
Oh, there's no doubt she's dead because they said it flattened her ass like a pancake.
But that's what I'm saying. So if she got behind that thing- See, that's what I'm saying. We don't know the whole story for us to really debate this because we're not sure.
Now, my brother did tell me they got the entire incident on camera. So
I need to see the video.
they know
Well, this
what's
is
going
back
on.
to
So
this is just like back to the Gorilla Glue and the hair thing.
Yeah, no
How
shit.
did she get fucking money for being a dumbass and sticking glue in her hair?
yeah, I'm like, how the hell can you sue a Gorilla Glue
She
company
didn't
for
win
that,
that
shit?
lawsuit. She made money a different way.
Yeah, but
Right.
something tells me the pancake lady ain't making any money.
Nope.
No, but one of the family members is trying to.
It's just a sad situation all the way around. You know, the loader operator, he probably will never be able to get back into a loader again
Well,
after that.
he's going to punish himself.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, back to the companies having the "are you shitting me" defense. You're telling me that she walked out in front of a fucking big giant machine that is 50 times bigger than her, and it's not her fucking fault?
Was she wearing?
Are you
headphones where
shitting
she
me?
couldn't hear
But we
shit?
don't know if that's the case, though.
like I said, we won't know until the whole story comes out. Like I said, I know a lot more than I'm allowed to say right now because I just can't say it.
That's if she was in the car and he backed over that car, then he's
then that's 100% his fault.
Point.
Yeah,
But we
that's
don't
100%
know.
his
We
fault at that
don't know
point.
because we don't know the whole story. We don't know if she was in the middle of the parking lot or if she was in the car. We don't know none of that.
Yeah. I'll know here and probably by the end of the week, my brother will tell me the whole story of what's going on. Well, not unless his company is telling him to be hush hush. Now, that might be the case too, and he might not be allowed to tell me nothing. But I'll know more by the end of the week.
Yeah.
So I used to live in Vegas.
Okay, if you haven't watched the whole thing, the documentary about that coffee thing, it goes a bit further than her just burning herself. It goes against what McDonald's had been warned about numerous times about making their coffee too hot, like legally too hot.
Well, I tell you what, Stu Fast Truck, I've always
She won that lawsuit, and it's not just because she burned herself being a dumbass. It's because they made the coffee too damn hot.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've always liked a woman with a hot snatch.
Yeah,
that's good for me.
Woman,
But not a melted one. Melted one. would be
Talking
bad.
about pedestrians having the right of way or not having the right of way, I used to live in Las Vegas, Nevada. And as a pedestrian, if you are walking across the street, even with the red light and you're in the fucking crosswalk, you have the right of way. If a car hits you, you are in the right because you're inside the crosswalk. However,
I'm still gonna kill him.
huh?
I'm still going to kill them and keep driving.
Right, but they have the right of way if they're in the crosswalk, even without the walk sign.
That's
But
stupid.
if they
That's
go,
stupid.
if they cross the street and are not in a crosswalk, the driver automatically has the right of way.
Then I'm gonna
Jaywalker, cheater.
So
Yep.
my wife,
Look at Rattle Trap. Kill him and keep driving.
so my
Dad, you
wife-
say you'll kill him. I've seen you, Dad, and you just stop. You slam on your brakes and you cuss them out and you honk your horn
I
and you
know,
roll your
I'm-
window down.
So
I'm
my
allowed to
wife
talk
went
here.
to
Shut up.
Tim Hortons.
What are you fucking stupid? You want to die today?
So my wife
What,
goes,
one?
so my wife goes to fucking Tim Hortons, and they give her fucking coffee. It's spilt on her, and fucking burned the shit out of her stomach. Now whose fault is that?
Your
If they
wife.
spilled it on her, it's the server's
Fuck
fault.
you. It's not my wife's fault. It's fucking.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I thought you meant she was driving down the road with a different thing.
Now you tell
Okay.
me.
Okay, now, like I said, I thought you meant she was driving down the road and it was in her lap and it spit. Now, if he spilled it out the window at her, then that's his fault.
That's his fault.
Yeah, that's his fault.
Hey, right, that's his fault. He's a
Hey,
dumb
listen,
fuck.
You guys don't
Yeah.
know what stories are. You're making up fucking things. You don't get it until you find out the fucking story. Then you can fucking bitch and talk about it. You make sense.
You're
now?
right, Markman.
100%.
All right then. I don't give a fuck how badass you are and you cross the street, yell at somebody. That don't mean shit. Until you get the motherfucking story straight, shut the fuck up.
God
Popcorn, I'll
damn.
give you a hug if you need one.
I don't need a motherfucking hug. I'll tell you that right now.
I was just checking.
It's
He was offering.
it's according to who I'm getting a hug from. I might need one.
Why does the movie Cocaine Beer come to mind?
And
right
no
now?
Sublime, don't offer no hug to me.
So,
there. Not the
Salty
cocaine.
says he'll
Not the
accept a hug if it gives him a reach around too.
No reach around.
If you give me a fucking reach run, I better damn well like it.
Hey, my arms are too short, so ain't no motherfucking body got to worry about that. Hell, everything about me is short. What the fuck?
I do know that if I'm the one walking and you're driving, I'm in the right. So, but if I'm driving and you're walking, I'm in the right.
Oh my lord!
It's just the way it works. I'm always right.
Right, right.
You're sounding a lot like a female right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Shut up. Again, I will
folks,
tell
I
you
gotta
to
get
shut
some
up.
sleep.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be an early morning, so you guys have yourself a great night.
Have a good one, Mike.
Good night,
You
Mike.
too. Take care,
Good
Mike.
night.
But getting back to the coffee thing, since I'm gonna bring it back now, do you really think it was McDonald's fault because they made the coffee too hot?
Yes, I do.
They had
I
had
actually do.
complaints, many
They were-
complaints already, if I
you
remember
shouldn't
right.
get third-degree burns from a coffee.
They
it's
were
hard.
warned numerous times over how hot their coffee was. They were told it couldn't be that hot legally. And no, they didn't spill the coffee on her. She spilled it on herself, but it should not have been that hot. And there were no warnings on the cup. If you watch the documentary, it explains it a lot better than I can because it's been years since I watched it. But they were McDonald's was wrong, and they lost.
So
That's
this is
all there is.
So this is the thing. So
Sublime putting it in too deep
poured,
again.
she poured that hot coffee in her snatch because she wanted to get it well done for her boyfriend.
You ain't lying.
Oh, ouch.
She wanted to get home and be hot and ready.
Mm-hmm.
But how much money did she get out of that?
A couple $1 million.
I thought
Yeah, I
it was
think it was
4.
like 3, wasn't it?
I thought it was 4.
Well, I don't
Damn,
know.
what did it do? What the fuck did it do? Did it weld her fucking lips together or something?
And it's
Probably
third-degree
scarred her clitoris.
It was third-degree burns.
That's
That's how
like
hot
a
it was.
dinosaur.
Clitoris.
Coffee should not. I like hot coffee, but coffee should not be hot enough to give me third-degree burns.
Yeah, but question. Okay, in the old tea kettles, let me ask you something. Just for instance, just hypothetically, in the old tea kettles, how long do you let it boil in the tea kettle before you take it off the flame?
As soon as it starts whistling, I take it off and then I let it cool before I drink it.
Later,
Yeah,
Mark.
the lid, once it starts whistling, the lid will sit there and go tink, 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 tink,
Yeah.
tink, tink,
Later,
tink,
Mark.
tink, tink.
Later, Mark.
And
Take it easy,
you
Mark.
don't make your glass until it stops bouncing. Once it stops bouncing, then you pour your glass or your cup of tea with your little tea bag, and then you let it sit there and steep until your tea turns color, and you stir it a couple of times, and by that time it should be really close for drinking.
Should be, but
I'm
sometimes
not
But
gonna
is
lie. I think I'm too
But
young
is it-
because I've never seen it bounce in my life. They've all been magnetic.
But let me
Oh,
ask you something. Is it that common sense for every cup of coffee?
No,
Think about it. Is it that
actually,
common
stupid
sense though
fast-
for every cup of coffee?
But I'm gonna say, stupid fast. The trick wasn't just the hot coffee; it was also they had to lower their temperature by 20 degrees. They had to lower the temperature of the coffee by over 20. It was 20 or somewhere around 20 degrees. You
So
can
what-
look it up online. It's
were
out
they
there.
selling boiling coffee?
They were selling coffee that was right
Scalding
below
hot,
boiling
yeah.
point.
Scalding hot.
So,
So-
when my wife got burnt, is what happened when they handed her the cup and she was bringing it in through the window. They didn't have the top on good,
Oh God!
Yeah,
Oh,
God, that's
fuck.
happened.
and that's
That's
what
happened to
burned
me
her
so
stomach.
many times. Holy shit.
But
I'd hold-
it took the skin right off her stomach.
I'd hold Timmy's
Yeah.
responsible for that too, because that's just wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
they've
so-
done that to me like so many times, like
And
with
it shouldn't be
Coca-Colas
that-
or something like that.
It should not be as hot as that. It really shouldn't be that hot.
So I know this is kind of just some knowledge, but you're talking about the coffee pot and the tea kettle and all that shit and the whistling and the floppy lid. Did you know that if you're making rice, that if you put, and I know this is fucking okay, so if you put rice in your pan, no matter how much rice you put in the pan, if you stick your finger in, you put enough water in it until it comes to the first knuckle above the rice, that is the perfect amount of water every time.
That is correct. That's the way I do it in my rice cooker too. First knuckle.
Every time.
Every
And-
single time.
And a lot of people don't know this too. You put rice in, you put it to the first knuckle of water, then you turn the fire on, and as soon as it comes to a boil, you shut it off, put the lid on.
Yeah, if you're cooking in a pot or a pan, yes. But I use
Yep.
a rice cooker, so
Yeah, I use a pressure cooker, a rice pressure cooker.
Just knowledge that's stuck in my head.
yeah. I've known that since I was a kid because my dad taught me that. He taught me how to cook rice that would come out perfect every time, and it still does.
Every
Now,
time.
I always
you
rinse it.
cannot fuck it up if you follow
Now,
those rules.
I use cow rose, so you have to rinse it 3 times first too to get a lot of that extra starch off, or it becomes way too sticky.
I've
You want me to tell you a better way to cook it than that? Just get online, order that shit, and drive down there, pick it up. It's already cooked for you.
Oh no, it's too easy to cook. It is way too easy to cook rice.
Yeah, but see, they go ahead and do all the cooking. They put the chicken in it. They put the soy sauce. They
I don't
the
put anything in my
veggies,
rice. I
They put the
soy sauce on it.
eggs.
I eat it next to my steak or next to my chicken, or I eat rice
Right.
with anything.
Yeah, they make that chicken fried rice just so fucking good. The more the soy sauce, the better.
I actually make I make really good fried rice, and the key to it isn't the soy sauce; it's oyster sauce.
I've never actually tried it with oyster sauce.
You may probably have and just
may
didn't
have
know
it,
it.
and you just don't know it.
You know what? You're probably right. I ain't gonna disagree with that.
Oyster sauce it's a thicker sauce, and it is what brings the flavor to a fried.
Right, you're happy. Yes.
Well, have y'all ever
You know,
tried
it's
this sauce
funny how
called
we
Yum Yum
always
sauce?
end up on food.
Oh, yum yum sauce is great, but that's a completely
I
different.
can't
type of
stand that shit, dude. I tried that. The damn where I go buy my food over here. These people sell this Yum Yum sauce. She's like, "Oh, you need to try this Yum Yum
Kind of
sauce
an
on that.
orange
It's really
one?
good."
And
Yeah,
orange
and she had. I said, "Well, let me have some in a little bitty cup and let me try it."
Be like, baby, I got some yum yum sauce
Dude,
for you.
as soon as I put that shit on my tongue, I spit that shit out right there. I was like, "There's no fucking way I can eat this shit."
Yeah,
Each
sometimes
their
you
own.
can't just eat this stuff. You got to put it on something.
I love yum yum sauce on my at the Umis we go to. The yum yum sauce is really good.
Ooh, didn't we go to that place?
Damn, rattle trap.
Dad, I'm pretty sure you really like that yum yum sauce.
Do I know how to make rice? And did I used to make rice a lot?
So
Did I?
Fly lice. Fly lice.
Ah,
See what Dancing said? He said the money she got was minimal after appeals.
Real. Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's knows how to play it. They'll just fucking keep dragging it out so that the freaking lawyer gets all the money and she gets shit.
Yeah,
What the hell did you say, stupid fast truck? I like fried rice or fried lice.
When Asian people say fried rice, they say fly lice. Fly lice.
fly lice.
You like fly lice?
You want fly lice?
Oh, that's
You want fried
yeah,
lice?
I used to make. I think every meal I made when Jacob lived with me had rice in it.
Thank God Kim's not hearing this.
I have never
So
tried
the wife
that.
has been making a bunch of new little recipes and lots of rice in it. It's like she's been using like cream of celery and rice and broccoli, and that's just the side. And then
True restaurant.
oh yeah, dude, she makes all kinds of neat shit with rice. It's so good.
Oh,
I've
rice
never
is
tried
like the
egg
best
drop
side
soup
dish
or
ever.
whatever. I've never tried that.
The only thing, so rice is on to me is on the same tier as potatoes. I love potatoes, but you could do like so much with potatoes. You can cook them so many different ways. Rice is the same way. You can do so much with rice and do
That's
it
like
so
chicken.
different ways.
Chicken to me is the most universal meat you can cook.
I
You can cook
probably
that
eat
shit
more
so
chicken
many
than
damn
you
different ways.
Yeah, chicken is awesome, but I just think for sides, rice and potatoes are both extremely versatile.
But what's funny is I can give up potatoes, but I don't want to give up my rice.
I know, same here, but I don't want to give them potatoes either. Really,
I'm with you there, Rattletrap. Fried chicken, brother.
Fries.
Ain't
My-
nothing
my-
better than some good old country fried chicken. That shit is awesome.
Oh.
Holy shit. With the crispy crust on it. Oh, yeah.
But okay, hold on.
I'm hungry now.
I know,
Are
right?
you talking old school, hold on. Are you talking old school fucking fried chicken in a pot of in an iron skillet of grease
Yeah.
on a fucking
Hell
gas
yeah.
stove?
Hell yeah.
Or are you
Is
talking
it-
about fried chicken in a deep fryer?
No,
Because to
old
me, it's gotta
school
be
in a
On the
old
stove.
school in an iron
on
skillet,
the
dude.
stove in a deep iron skillet is the best
Hell
way, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Fucking A.
Anything cooked in an iron skillet is going to be better.
I
agree,
fucking
I agree.
100% agree.
I disagree.
Now, I've never
We'll put it
tried
back.
that, Zach. I've never tried spaghetti with chicken. I've never
have.
tried that.
Oh, we
Never
have.
tried.
Sublime, what'd you just say?
I said I disagree just because I feel like we need someone to disagree, so I'll disagree.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, no, you're just disagreeing because you just don't know anybody knows how to fucking cook good fried
You
chicken
won't say
besides,
spaghetti with chicken,
except
but
Miss
it's cooked
Carmel.
Spaghetti
Oh
with
my
chicken.
lord!
Try chicken.
Well, let me ask you
parmesan.
something.
I've
Does
had
Miss
spaghetti
Kim know how to
with
cook
chicken.
good fried chicken?
I don't even know if she's ever made fried chicken. To tell you the truth,
Oh, see, that's why I said the only person you know that knows how to cook it is Miss Carmel.
who we lose? We lose Fix Jr.
That was
You
Jacob.
ever had chicken parmesan with spaghetti?
Yeah.
Yes.
I never have. No, never tried.
That's my favorite meal.
You
I was
got to
saying
Spaghetti.
freaking try it, dude.
Spaghetti
You
and
got it.
chicken is.
I'll definitely try it because I love both of those. You know what I mean? So I'll definitely try that.
It just goes
Yep.
together, man.
You take a chicken breast and you fillet it and you you fry it in your iron skillet, and then right as it comes off the iron skillet, you lay a piece of Swiss cheese on top of it, and then you make your spaghetti with either marinara or tomato-based sauce.
Don't some
and-
people put breading on the chicken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
No,
put
and
it
generally
across
we
the
don't
top
use
of your
Swiss and Parmesan.
spaghetti and you serve it
I've-
like that. It's so fucking good.
I've never ate breaded chicken parmesan. I've never tried that.
No,
Oh,
but you remember
God,
a
dude.
marinara sauce is a
But
tomato.
when you
based,
do it,
not
you got to
a-
have spaghetti with it because it goes hand in hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm saying I've never had breaded chicken parmesan. I've never had that
Really?
before.
I've had
No,
it
I never
both
have.
ways. I prefer
Never tried it that way.
So the wife uses she does something different with the fucking breading. So, and I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of this. So you can dip it in your egg like you normally do, except instead of putting it in crumbs or breadcrumbs or anything, she uses cornflakes. Smashes
Yeah, I've heard
up
of people doing
cornflakes and
A lot of
rolls it
people
in
use that,
cornflakes.
I like cornflakes.
No, we don't use like bread or nothing like that down here. We use cornmeal and flour.
Right? Try it with fucking cornflakes sometime.
But listen,
it's kind
now-
of like the best of both worlds.
So have you ever fried fish? I have cheese puffs. You ever do that?
With what?
I've say it again, somebody.
I'm not a big fish eater.
Batter them and then put them in cheese puffs.
I've seen people do that.
No, I've never tried that before.
Oh, dude, it's good.
Oh, that even sounds good, dude.
It is.
Cocoa Puffs.
Pretty good.
You guys are gonna have to
Wow,
slow
yeah,
down.
trust
I
me.
can't type this fast. I'm taking notes here.
You know what? I would not put that past Sublime to use fucking crushed Cocoa Puffs. I wouldn't put that past.
Cocoa Puffs, chicken Parmesan. Think about that, bro. That's got possibility.
Chocolate?
Nah,
Yeah,
no.
another-
There's,
Well, I
one
wouldn't
of my
use
favorite-
Parmesan
one of
at
my-
that point. I'd use a different cheese.
One of my
So,
favorite
Nate.
breakfasts is fried eggs and country fried steak.
oh,
yeah.
God, yeah, dude. Now you're
Fuck
talking
yeah.
my kind of shit there. Hell yeah.
Do you like hash
Steak with a
browns on the
couple
side
over
or no
mediums
hash
and
browns?
I love hash browns, dude. I could eat hash
Oh,
browns.
yes.
next day.
Yeah, I'm a hash brown fanatic. I love those damn things.
I really
So, Nate.
want to take a trip back to Washington to go to Cars and have my favorite country fried steak and hash browns with eggs.
Dude, that's a breakfast, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
shit.
I'm all about biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
You know,
Pepper gravy,
Dude, I'm just-
spicy sausage.
I'm
Yeah.
one of those type, dude. I can eat breakfast for any meal, 10 days a week. I don't give a
Breakfast
shit.
is
I
the
love it.
perfect meal for any meal. Sorry.
Hell yes, it is.
And again, you cannot make good gravy unless you do it in a fucking
Iron skillet.
Yes.
iron skillet.
Iron skillet right after you cook your meat.
The
You
best
fucking
red-eye
add
gravy
add
comes
a
on
little
the
bit of
cast
flour
iron
and
skillet.
stir in your milk. Oh yes.
That's
Too
it.
fast truck. Where you coming up with this shit? Pizza top with potato chips. I
So-
would eat it though because I love both of them. So I mean, it's
No,
not.
I used
would
to
definitely eat.
make ham and cheese sandwiches with Doritos back in the 80s.
Oh hell yeah, that shit was
You
awesome when I was a
talking
kid.
about-
Damn right.
Listen, you make
Doritos
yourself
don't
a
taste
bologna
the same
sandwich.
now, though. Doritos have a like a mechanical taste to them, just a fake taste to them now, like a preservatives, or
They are different.
they're not what they were back in the 80s. They
Damn rattle trap.
So
Listen,
hang on. Nate says he's writing down all this shit. Nate, are you really trying to write down these recipes?
There was a few I just took a note of for my girlfriend and me to try.
So,
Yeah,
You got to remember, he lives in New York. He don't know nothing about good food.
oh, dude,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
in
they
New
do.
York? Oh, you're hit, man. But anyhow,
all kinds of good
the thing is, dude, is you got to make yourself a good bologna sandwich. Don't fry the bologna or nothing. Just get yourself a good bologna sandwich and smash your potato chips on it.
Oh yeah, agree.
ate
I
all
agree.
my
That's
sandwiches
awesome.
with chips.
Ruffles. I like ruffles on my
Ruffles.
bologna.
Yep.
There,
Which
Ruffles
one?
or whatever, dude. It's good.
I just
Which
love fried
ruffle?
bologna though. That
But-
shit's awesome.
But bologna, my favorite is bologna, mustard,
No
American
comment.
cheese. That's it.
Damn,
Yeah.
Zach, you're missing out. You don't do sandwiches at all, dude. Sandwiches built America. and I don't give a
sandwiches
damn
are-
what nobody says.
Huh.
Sandwiches
yeah.
built this country.
Doritos make you shit orange.
Yeah, but so do Cheetos. So
But I'm also a huge. So when it comes to sandwiches, I'll rock a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich like a big dog. I'll sit here and have 3 of them in a glass of milk.
If you
Dude,
gave
I
me
can-
3 of them.
what
my
jelly?
wife-
What jelly do you use for it? Blue.
What?
What jelly do you use?
It depends. So I'm a little bit different because I like all of them. I like the strawberry preservatives. I like the grape. I like the apricot. I like peach.
What
so
brand
it
name?
just depends on
what's
which
your
one.
favorite?
What brand name?
I can't do
What's
it.
What's my favorite? I probably like Welch's strawberry preserves best.
See, I'm a blackberry jam.
Yes.
I like that too.
It's in the
Blackberry
it's been
jam's
on the
awesome,
bagels
dude.
all week.
Apple butter.
Peanut butter and
Oh yeah,
apple
Gary.
butter's-
Now you're talking
no,
apple butter.
Apple
Oh
butter is
shit.
a different class. I'm sorry.
I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I know it's not a jam, but I'll put apple butter up there with the best
Apple
of it.
butter and peanut butter go quite well together.
Oh my God! But I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
guys something. I'm sorry, but like Elvis Presley, man, you gotta have a banana on that thing too.
You damn peanut butter banana sandwiches are the bomb.
I'm telling you, man.
They are the bomb.
God, I'm
So,
getting
do
hungry
any
now,
of you ever Do any of you ever take a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, put a little bit of butter on it, and toast it in a fucking iron skillet?
No.
Oh yeah.
I've
my
personally
God.
never tried
If
it,
you
but
have
it does
never
sound
done
good.
it, Sublime, you are fucking up by not
That
doing it.
jelly will
Oh.
burn your mouth like
Go
crazy.
kiss your LS.
What I
Jelly
used to have
jelly
one
will
of
take
those,
layers of your tongue right off.
I used to have one of
I'm
those
telling you,
sandwich
hot
makers
jelly, that shit will tear you up.
that would actually turn it into like
Peanut butter and egg. That's
Fry it
something I would
together?
not know.
I don't think I would try that.
Not a peanut butter and egg.
No,
Would
there's
you try
some things the eggs just don't need to be mixed with, and peanut butter is one of them.
So take your fried
Morning
eggs,
egg.
of course, in the iron skillet. You've got your toast. You put your strawberry preserves on it, and then you put your fried egg with the runny yolk, and you put it in between the toast with the strawberry preserves, and that makes the fucking most amazing fried egg sandwich that I have ever fucking experienced.
You know what, though, Rattletrap? Now that you say that, and I'm thinking about it, I probably would try that though.
I would. I tried peanut butter and mayonnaise once and found out
You
it
know
was
what?
actually not bad.
You think about it, whenever you go, like if you go to a diner and get food, you get breakfast, you get eggs and whatever meat you want, if not all the meats.
And
You get
toast
toast and you
with-
put butter and jelly or peanut butter on it and you eat it all the same. It's just putting it all together.
I don't put peanut butter on my toast.
So it
Not
makes
in,
sense. to
not
me.
at not at breakfast anyway.
I have.
So,
Oh, I
put
could.
peanut butter on my
Actually,
waffles too.
peanut butter and waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh yeah, peanut butter waffles.
Oh, yeah.
is the bomb. I
said
love that
right
shit.
before you did,
Waffles,
Buck, when peanut
pancakes,
butter
oh,
and
yeah.
waffles. Oh god, so good. And now another thing that's really good because I like it is Nutella on my waffles.
yeah, it's not bad too.
Yeah,
You know what, Rattletrap? I'll try that tomorrow when I make my egg sandwich in the morning.
That was
yeah,
my,
I saw that.
That
I
was
saw
my
that.
sausage sandwich Sunday morning.
I was like,
That
I
was
saw that the
good.
other day on Facebook, and that made me hungry.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
Blue, did
So-
you ask pancakes or waffles?
I prefer waffles over pancakes any
Same.
day, but either way, I put peanut butter on both of them or Nutella, whatever we've got in the cabinet.
I've been using syrup lately, even though I have both peanut butter and Nutella.
And
I have done that
So-
super fast truck, and I do like it.
I love peanut butter and celery, dude. I can eat
Peanut
that.
butter and so
I
peanut
like
butter
it.
and carrots is good too.
And it's good for you.
Apples,
Apples,
peanut butter with
cheese,
apples. Fuck yeah.
Oh, peanut butter and apples. That is a perfect live stream snack, dude.
Okay, now hang on a second. So now, have you ever tried the old-fashioned peanut butter where it's got the grease on top and you got to mix
Yes.
it together?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's just the bomb, dude.
I think that's the best peanut butter ever.
Me too. I agree.
It is without,
Absolutely.
without all that sugar added to it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's much better.
But I'm gonna tell you the
Real
best
peanut
cheese.
butter, yes.
I'm gonna tell you the best cheese, and I guarantee you Ford Blue will agree with me. And that was the old, that was the old fucking you remember back in the day the old free cheese they used to give out to people on
The
food stamps and
government
shit?
cheese
Yeah,
came in a
American
silver
That
package,
shit
square
was the
block,
bomb.
black lettering.
That
was the
shit
best
was the
grilled cheese.
bomb, dude.
The
Dude, you make a
American
grilled cheese
white-
sandwich with that with chicken noodle soup, you was in.
Yeah, but
That-
the chicken noodle soup had to come in the chrome can with the black lettering too.
my grandma got the government cheese, and I used to love that block of cheese.
Dude, that damn
So-
cheese was the bomb.
Made the
So,
best sandwiches. I haven't had that in 20, 30, God, 30 plus
That
years.
shit used to
20 years
melt
almost.
perfectly in eggs.
It
Used to
it
melt
melted
perfectly in
in
eggs.
everything. It was a white cheddar, wasn't it?
It was an American, I thought.
Well,
Well, we're
I know-
talking
I know
about
what
cheese.
your
How
grandma
about
got was-
Saganaki?
I always
Later,
thought it was
Rattle
sharp.
Trap.
I always thought it was sharp cheddar. I am starving, fellas.
So,
Have a good night. Thanks for the laugh. Hey, you
Hey,
too,
Rattle
Rattle Trap. Have a good night, buddy.
Later,
so
Red Red.
Zach is talking about top ramen. So I fuck around and I take 2 packets of top ramen. I put it in the pan with water, of course, like you're going to normally boil it. Except with the 2 packs of top ramen, I only put 1 pack of the seasoning in it.
Not
I
even.
cook it. Then I drain all the juice out. On a plate, I put salted butter, and then I put Parmesan cheese, and then I put the noodles on top of it, and then I put some more Parmesan cheese and that other pack of seasoning spread out across the 2 packs of top ramen. That is fucking awesome.
What
Somebody should
flavor
try
are
that
you
sometime.
doing? Because I only
What?
do spicy ramen, and the ramen
It
I have
depends.
is cheap stuff.
Hot sauce, baby.
Yes, hot sauce. I do like to put hot sauce in it.
Let me ask you this: has any of you ever used the ramen noodles to make macaroni and cheese with?
No.
It's
No, but I
actually
have
really
used
fucking good.
I have used ramen noodles to make fucking cheap poor band spaghetti.
Oh yeah, I've done that too.
So my favorite thing to do is to take the ramen. Use it. I only use about half the packet of seasoning in ramen because it's just too salty. But I make it like normal, but then I put an egg in it. I crack an egg in it, and I like to mix it with cabbage and kimchi.
Oh, so you make it more Asian-ish.
I do. I make
Okay.
it, and then throw a little fish sauce or oyster sauce in it.
Oh,
preferably fish sauce.
Oh yeah.
You're about to make Sublime throw up.
I'm
Yeah,
so
you ain't
sorry.
kidding.
It's Korean. It's
Sublime's like,
Korean.
ooh,
I make my
ooh.
kimchi Korean. I make the Korean style, and that's the way I like it. It's kind of a cross between Japanese and Korean.
That's the way. I like it.
I do really miss. That's the one thing I do miss about my old job is I'll never be in Korea or Japan again, where I used
Who's
to.
saying that song, Stupid Fast? He should know.
Zach, how can you not like Velveeta cheese?
Casey
That's
and
so
the
good.
Sunshine Band.
For what it is.
That actually looks good right there, Gary.
What'd you
looks
say,
good.
Rock One?
Casey and the Sunshine Band.
There you go.
That looks good right there, bud.
What does?
But like Zach, how can you not like Velveeta cheese? That shit's good, dude.
Velveeta and a can of chili, and you get yourself a dip for
Yeah, you got some
And some
Velveeta chili.
jalapenos. Throw a little jalapeno in there.
Oh yeah.
Velveeta and cheese goes great over a fucking hot dog.
They make Velveeta with jalapenos now, so you can buy it pre-mixed.
No, I don't want that. You got to put real
Not as
jalapeno.
good. I have used it before in a pinch, but it's not as good.
Yeah.
I just have to pass on the damn jalapenos.
Well, that's fine.
I love them, but my ulcer says don't eat them.
Salty, here's the deal. When you make that dip, you cut the jalapenos so small that you literally don't even feel them when you're eating the dip. And all it
Then why
does is
put-
add a
why
little
put
bit of
them in
spice
there?
to it.
Okay,
Huh?
then why put them in there?
Oh,
Then
no,
why put them in there?
Because it spices up the dip.
Spices up
Well,
the
see,
dip.
that's what you don't understand. I got ulcers, so I can't do that.
When you have
I
ulcers,
can't
you
eat spicy food either, and I can eat the shit out of that stuff.
Trust me, dude. There's certain black peppers I can't even eat.
Really, black pepper. Oh,
Yeah, I'm telling you that, dude. I'm telling you, there's some black peppers out there are freaking
I'd
stout.
be very saddened if I could not eat black pepper. I use fresh.
Oh no,
pepper on everything.
me too. I love black pepper, dude.
It goes on my salad, to my steak.
I don't put black pepper on my salad, but I do put a little bit of salt on it, though.
Oh no salt. I can't add salt. I love salt, but I can't add it to anything really anymore.
Pinks.
Black pepper.
Pinks.
Yeah.
Go get the no salt.
The potassium, yeah, I should.
Yeah, it works good for me. I love it.
That's what my
What?
stepdad used for years too. I really need to. Now I know that I've got kosher and sea salt, and I know they're not as bad as like the regular iodized salt, but they're still bad. So I
Well, I'll
need
tell
to
you
get
what,
no
we're
salt.
gonna make another cup of coffee.
Because your body actually needs salt, so you got to be careful. You just don't need too much of it.
Right.
Yeah.
I use it sparingly. I do use it, just very little. Like I use Mrs. Dash more now because it's got no added salt in it to get flavors. But then I'll go back to Nature Seasoning, which has like so much in it and it's got salt in it, and I use that too. And as long as you eat a good balanced meal, you get enough salt. You really do. I just try not to get too much because of my blood pressure. That's all.
So I just
Come on.
discovered Cheez-Its and French onion dip go really good together.
I don't
hell,
really like
French
French
onion-
onion dip, so that
Listen,
probably.
man, you got to know how to make French onion dip on your own.
Oh,
Because
I've had fresh onion French onion dip. It's really
No,
good.
Ever go with the soup packet and the sour cream.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's the only now that I can eat. Now the stuff you bought pre-buy, I can't eat that. It's kind of like
Hey,
raisins, man.
the French's French onion dip is not bad, but some of the other brands are not worth a damn. But the French's is okay.
My favorite dip is a jalapeno artichoke dip. It's
That's-
like a
oh,
cheese,
yeah.
like a cheddar.
I've never tried
You can get it
artichokes.
at Walmart.
Something I've never tried.
And it's so
Hey,
good.
I've got to interrupt. I have to head to bed, man. It's
I
11:30
really need
my
to.
time, and I got to
as
go to work
well,
in the
'cause
morning.
I have to be up in 5.5 hours.
All right, there, Blue. You have a good night there, buddy. Nice talking to you, bud.
Blue. You
Good
know,
night.
You guys have a good
Bye.
night.
You guys got pretty lips.
I
Later,
think we're gonna
Blue.
shut this down anyway because it is 11:30 and I have to be at work in the morning.
I
Night,
got
Oh, okay. You're gonna shut it down? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
sorry, but it is getting late and I do work.
Yeah, I got to work in the morning too.
Me too. I got to think about y'all working.
I got to dream about something else while you're working.
Yeah. You suck.
Oh, you ain't working tomorrow, Sublime?
Rain.
Oh, okay.
Rain.
Hey, just remove me from the panel, buddy, because I'm in the kitchen and my phone's in the other. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Later,
All right,
fellas.
you guys have a great night. We'll talk about
Y'all take care, bud. Enjoy it, guys.
All right.
Now
later,
everybody
guys.
go eat 10 pounds of food and be hungry and go to bed.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.